to go. I have not been there. Let me throw a little music on here, man. I don't want the, I hate the quiet. I'm gonna put the let me see. Now if this is irritating you guys or no man, this is the music I play for my consultation. So let me see. How's the volume on that, y'all? Is that too loud for y'all? Can you guys still hear me? But it just gives me a nice little feeling. I like music. That's the secret to my editing, you guys, is the music. Music, it dictates how you feel. So now, so Nairobi, has anybody been to Nairobi? That's what I need to know. Let me see. Gail and Nice in the building. Wait a minute. Hold up. I got Gail and Tim in the building. Y'all don't understand, man. I got Gail at night and Tim. Come on, y'all. You can't do better than that. Y'all, I don't know if anybody's as blessed as I am to have the people that I have supporting me, man. But Gail at night and Tim Howard, come on, y'all. You can't beat that. All right, let's get to Nairobi. Mr. E 1976, good selection. Earl Owens is in the building. Antoine Frank's in the building. Christopher John coming from the Caribbean. I need to be happy again. Oh, that's the key, man. Happiness too. Jay Shar's in the building. Okay. All right, family's in the building. All right. When we get to like 200 people, I know everybody's all in. Minneapolis on the check-in. I went to Minneapolis. Shout out to Primo. Okay, let me get to this. Anybody can hear me? We can hear too. Okay, Maurice say we can hear. Okay, so let's cook. So they say safety is probably from Nairobi. Okay, you guys. So Nairobi. Who's been to Nairobi? Ain't nobody said they've been to Nairobi. So based on what my intel says, it says that healthcare is a 6.5, internet is a 6, safety is 7, helpmate 8.5. Do you guys agree with that? Do you guys agree that Nairobi deserves a score of an 8.5? Tyrone says it's perfect. Travelversity's in the building, my brother. I'm on my way there now. I ain't see. Hey man, you guys probably see Travelversity more than I do. That dude be moving around, man. He get around like Tupac. I'm gonna start calling me Tupac Versity because he get around. Shout out to Travelversity, my brother. Hope you're doing well, you and your girl. Travelversity, I need you to let me know what this Nairobi thing is, man. I need mother boots on the ground. You know what I mean? Lord's been there too. Lord and Austin are the two people that I rely on in Africa. They give really good information. So Nairobi is a city. I know. I'm sorry. Okay. Kenya. Nairobi, Kenya. I'm sorry. I should. You're right, Vernon. You're right. Hey, I don't argue with Vernon too. Vernon is E.F. Hutton. Oh, Frank says Spain is fire. Spain is on the list. But this is number 12, you guys. So Nairobi. All right. So Travelversity's on his way to Nairobi. Randall said Austin is there living life. Yeah, man. Shout out to Austin. I haven't talked to Austin in a while. And I said no BBLs. All right, y'all. We're gonna move on to the next country unless y'all got something else to say about Nairobi. What about O'Shea? O'Shea doesn't live in Nairobi. I think he lives in Ghana. I'm not really sure. But I'm almost positive he don't live in Nairobi, but I could be wrong. Man. O'Shea got paper. He can move wherever he wants. Chemistry says Spain is going anti-expat. A lot of countries are. There you go, Tim. Uganda. That's where he is. Island Fish, Uganda. Yeah, see? Internet's undefeated. All right, y'all. So Nairobi at number 12. Are y'all ready to move to the next category? Number 11. What do you guys think number 11 is, you guys? So Nairobi's number 12. What do you guys think number 11 is? El, can you come here and tell Fonday to save yourself, please? He needs you to come save yourself. He needs you to come and save yourself. Stay there so they can see a big old leg.
You
don't have. Tell him to save yourself. Save yourself back, man. Me and El matching. We didn't do this on purpose. It just kind of worked out that way. So it's shout out my Thai noodle. Hey, let me see what y'all got. Japan. Okay, Antoine say Japan. I would drop Nairobi healthcare to a 6. Ooh. Okay. 4 days. 4 days sound like he been there. All right, so I got one answer. So I got Japan. Chris Baby say yourself back, man. So y'all think number 11 is Japan? Out of the top 12 in order, I'm getting Japan. Japan is not the answer. The number 11 place is Cambodia. Cambodia is number 11. Then we said Tokyo. So you guys, I haven't been to Cambodia, but if you guys saw the live stream, my countdown, my guy Aaron Dante is in Cambodia. He loves it there, man. He kind of, I think he's like building something out there. He's a huge sponsor and supporter of Zoom to Thailand. He's another person that I listen to. I got to get there. We're supposed to do Zoom Fest in Cambodia next year. That's going to be one of the places, but depending on, hopefully, Thailand and Cambodia work out whatever their differences are. Have nothing to do with that. Antoine said he wouldn't mind living in Cambodia. So Cambodia has a healthcare score of 6.2, internet 6.8, safety 8.0. Safety is really important. And wife helpmate 8.7. Wife helpmate 8.7. I like that, man. I like that. TJ out there say, how's the milk? I don't know about the milk. Oh yeah, Mr. CM Reap. Ed, you got something to say on Cambodia? Would you agree? I don't know if Ed is still in the building, but yeah, I would love to hear from Ed because Ed lives in Cambodia. Literally. I call him Mr. CM Reap. So that's what it is. Kevin say, I'm actually chatting with a girl in Cambodia. Chris Baby say Sweden. Sweden is Chris Baby. I'm gonna give you a little what's the name? When it comes to the overall list, not counting like how expensive it is and all of that stuff, just pound for pound, number one, Sweden is like number one, I think. So technically you're right. I'm doing this based on safety, internet, cost of living, healthcare, all of that stuff. So Cambodia is number 8. Anybody disagree with that? Mr. Sam Reap, I'm trying to wait for you. I'm like saying, okay. He said, I think Cambodian women, I like more Cambodian. I've heard some great things, bro. But Tim Howard says the opposite. Okay, here comes Mr. Sam Reap, and when he comes in with a $5 donation. Yes, Cambodia is a great option. Easy visa purchase and low cost of living. Mr. Sam Reap, if you want to step up and speak on your beloved country of Cambodia, I will drop the link in there for you so you can answer any questions about Cambodia because Tim Howard is not a fan. He says he heard the chicks ain't all of that. I've heard different. So we gotta find out. This for Mr. CM Reap, and this is also remind you guys to get the likes up. You guys make sure. Let me see. So there it is, Mr. C. I'm going to drop the link for Mr. CM Reap to come in. So we're gonna briefly discuss. I'm going to let Mr. CM Reap co-pilot with me. We're going to briefly discuss, and I'm going to have some of you guys come up later on that's been to these places. And let me know if you guys agree with the places I have. I got to take some of these people off the stage. Studio. Let's see. Yes. An error occurred. Wait a moment. Try again. Okay. Let me do it again. Share that link again. There we go. Get it up, Morris Day song. Get it up. Y'all know what it is. Mr. E 1976. No, I might have to use that for your when you give me a shout out. Let Let me see. Mr. Sam Reap is on Zoom to Thailand. It's not coming up on the Zoom on the Facebook, but it's coming up on Zoom to Thailand. He says, I just heard, I've never been there. Well, we're going to have Mr. Sam Reap. Okay, Mr. Sam Reap just tapped in. We're going to see what he has to say. Shout out to Mr. Sam Reap. What's going on?
Happy Father's Day, partner.
Happy Father's Day to you, too. What's going on with you?
Hey, nothing much. Just came back from Koh Rong, from the islands of Cambodia. Just got back this morning. But, hey, man, I'm glad Cambodia made the list. A little hidden gem.
Absolutely, man. Cambodia, you guys know Mr. Sam Reap. He's always been pushing Cambodia, and he's been to Thailand. We play golf together, we hung out together, and he takes his butt back home to Cambodia. So there must be some good things about Cambodia. So, Mr. Sam Reap, I'm a drill down on these questions that I have, and since you've been boots on the ground, first of all, how long have you been living in Cambodia?
8 years.
Wow. Okay. So it's fair to say he's an OG. I've been living here almost 6. It's fair to say he's an OG. Anything over 3-4 years, you're an OG in a certain place. You've been there that long, you don't have to get lost. So let's start with the healthcare. How is the healthcare in Cambodia?
Yeah, to keep it 100, the healthcare, I've seen it improve over the 8 years that I'm here. Legitimately, if you have any minor thing that needs to be done, you know, especially like dentistry, or you might have like a cataract or a hernia, chiropractic, chiropractic thing, that type of thing, it's no problem. But if you need a major surgery, I would defer to Thailand. Thailand has a much better healthcare system if you need something major done, like major surgery. Okay. But it's getting better. It's getting better.
Okay. Now, so when I think of health, like when I get to the Philippines, because the Philippines is coming up in a few, when I get to the healthcare, if the healthcare isn't up to par, the best advice to give is to live near a major city, right? You don't want to be in the suburbs and don't have good healthcare, because it's going to take you forever to get to the hospital and all of that stuff. So you do want to be in that particular area in a major city, correct?
Yeah. I mean, if you're up in Phnom Penh, if you're up in like Phnom Penh, which is the capital, I'm in Siem Reap, but I mean, we have a great hospital here, and I mean, you can always just cross the border in 45 minutes, an hour, get wherever you need to get. But you know, I mean, it's improving. You know, Cambodia is still a little bit behind, but you know, it's getting there. Yeah, I'm just keeping it 100. I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you. A lot of people that have to have surgery, major surgeries, either go back to the States or they go to Thailand or even India, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. You know, what I've heard about Cambodia, obviously, you know, I've never been there, but I heard it's Thailand 20 years ago. And that's a good thing to me, because I wish Thailand would turn back the hands of time to when it was before COVID, before, you know, things got real goofy out here. So,
I'm glad you said it like that, because I've been saying that ever since I've been here, you know, because I've been in both, and I lived in Thailand for a while, and it is Thailand 20 years ago. The pace of life is a lot slower. It's emerging, and I think what happens is this: you know, when the guys sit back and say the women aren't like Thailand, they're obviously not. They're not. You know, I ran into some guys at the airport last time I was coming back home for me, and they were like, "Hey man, we thought Cambodia was Thailand light." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same. It's not the same. The women here are a lot more reserved. You're not gonna find a walking street. You're not gonna find a soy six, soy bacao. It's just not how it is. I'm not saying that areas like that don't exist, but it's nothing like Thailand. If you want a quiet, chill, centrally located country in the middle of Southeast Asia, 45-minute flight to Bangkok, 2.5 hours to Manila. Kuala Lumpur is about 2 hours away. Vietnam is 1.5 hours away. Ho Chi Minh, Da Nang, Hanoi. Hey, it's a great place to make your base.
Right. I agree. I already know. I just get the sense of the piece there. So I agree with that. So let's move on to the internet. This is important because, first of all, if you're airborne, first of all, thank you for your service. Oh, we got another military guy. We got Dan Sparks on the check-in. I'm gonna bring you up, Dan, in a minute. Smart people every person I've met from the Air Force has just been smart, and I always ask that. Why is it like the Air Force guys so smart and the Army, Marines, all that stuff? But I heard it's because of a test you guys take. Everybody takes the same test, but you have to get a certain number to make it to the Air Force. Is that true or false?
Yeah, you have to take the ASVAB. The ASVAB test that they take, and the Air Force does have, I believe, the highest standard for someone to get into the Air Force. You have to score higher, and based upon your score is the job you get offered.
Right. IT consultant. So he's the Air Force. Salute to you. All right. So let me get to the next category. Internet. This is super important, especially if you're a YouTuber or somebody who likes to get online a lot. What is the internet situation in Cambodia? You freeze on me? How poetic is this? How poetic is this? I asked you how good the internet is, and you froze up on me. You there?
No, I disconnected my VPN. That's why I did that.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, he froze, like right as I asked how the internet was. So, how is the internet in Cambodia?
The internet is, to me, I haven't had any issues. Right now, I'm at 101 megabits per second. I pay for it. I pay for 6 months. Pay about $200. I think I pay what? $210 for 6 months. And I got the 7th month for free. And right now with my speed test, it's 101.3 download, 77.1 upload. So
see, that's that Air Force shit he's doing. Like, yeah, I don't know what that means. I'm just a regular civilian. What does that mean? I just want to know: is it reliable? Is it fast? Can you download it?
You got multiple providers. Okay. You got multiple providers, and it's fast. There are tons of digital nomads that live and work in Cambodia.
Right.
The internet is not an issue. I would venture to say the internet and this is not to knock it. This is my experience when I spent a couple of months in the Philippines. Depending on where you were, it was hit and miss.
Right.
Philippines. But
the Philippines. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to the Philippines next. We're gonna get to that. This is just at number 11. We got to get to number 10. But I want to finish going through Cambodia. So what about the safety? What's the safety like? Guys, I'm selling a dream. You guys know what the funny thing about that is? It's like when you try to show somebody a better way, you selling a dream.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I just want to let that sit there. Just let y'all know, man.
The safety is not an issue, man. Here in Siem Reap, where Angkor Wat is, which is on the Cambodian flag, as you can see there, that's Angkor Wat. If anything you have here might be a purse snatching every now and then, but due to the fact that this is the cash cow of the country, they can't allow that to happen. Even the Khmers will jump on somebody who's trying to steal from a tourist because they don't want that image at all. I mean, I see women out here. You've seen the little backpacking girls and the women. I've seen them 2-3 o'clock at night walking back to their hotels or hostels by themselves. That safety rating is right to me. Phnom Penh being a bigger city, just like any other city, that safety rating is going to be a little bit lower in Phnom Penh, but it's just phone snatches and stuff like that. Nothing major.
Okay. Well, getting your phone snatched can be kind of major. They do that in Brazil and Colombia. So we got to keep it a buck. But what about the most important to most of my 97% male audience is wifey material, helpmate material?
Man, I've been with mine now for 7 years. They're raised. I mean, I know we hear this all the time, and people are gonna sit back and say we selling the dream and all of that, but they're raised to be wise. Khmer women are a lot more. The culture itself is a lot more laid back. subdued and conservative.
Mm.
And I mean, but you got I mean, you're in battalion. You know how they run the game. The buffalo's sick, the mom is sick. The motorbike needs new, whatever it is. You gonna get
You
that.
didn't say the buffalo sick, not the buffalo.
Buffalo, dog. The buffalo in the hospital. You need to get rice. Everybody hungry. Everybody sick. That type of shit. But hey, man, I love Khmer women, and for the brother, hey, man, I've noticed that on the average, Khmer women, you need to include some of them in that thickness show, bro.
Well, send me some video. I need that because we coming with that. Now, which city?
Yeah, helmet is, I would say, it's about. That's about right. I would even say 9.0. Khmer women are looking for a husband. They're ready to submit, and they're willing to do their part.
Now, who has the most beautiful women in Cambodia? Is it Phnom Penh, or is it Siem Reap, or is it somewhere else we don't know about?
I would say it's between just beautiful period. Probably Phnom Penh has a bigger number because there are more women there. Okay. But Siem Reap probably has the better candidates for white because it's a town. Mm-hmm. It's not really a city. Siem Reap is a town. Yeah. I would say Siem Reap white material, but overall Phnom Penh.
Okay, I got you. Dan Sparks, I see you back there. I'm watching you. Dan Sparks, just give me a nod, yes or no. Have you been to Cambodia? Okay. So I'm gonna bring you up on the next city because I think you may have been to the next city. Shout out to Leslie Lynch. See, I haven't seen Leslie Lynch is in the building. Now I know we good. Okay, I got Leslie and I got Mr. E 1976 and I got Dan Sparks. These are some of my OGs. So shout out to you. Okay, so that's Cambodia. Mr. Siem Reap, you can stay on with us if you want to. Or you can lay back in the cut. Let me see. So that's Cambodia, you guys. So we got some really good information from that. What do you guys think number 10 is? Timothy Wooten in the building. What up, Timothy Wooten? Somebody tapping what y'all think number 10 is. So 11 is Nairobi. 12 is Nairobi. 11 is Cambodia. Number 10. Who you think we got coming in at number 10? Y'all moving too slow. I'm about to drop it. Timothy Wooten says Germany. No. That's a good guess, though. It's a fair guess. Coming in at number 10 of the smartest places to move and go to escape the matrix is Brazil. Brazil is number 10 with a healthcare score of 6.5, internet 7.5, safety 6.0, and wifey material 8.0. Island dropping at Malaysia. Malaysia is a great place. Zeus says number 10, Spain. DJ All Day say Italy. Okay, I was just wait to get there. He said somewhere. Poland. You guys are naming some great places. You guys are naming, IT say Philippines. You guys are naming some great places. I just got the what's name in late. Yep, Brazil. Brazil on Debris is number 10. Now you got to remember, we're basing this based on healthcare, internet, safety, cost of living, and wife material. So that's where Brazil's going to. So you guys, that's what I'm telling you. Number 1 is going to surprise a lot of you. But this order, this is all based on the order of these prerequisites. Once again, this is subjective. You might say Brazil's number 1 or Cambodia's number 1. I'm just saying what it is. Dan, have you been to Brazil? Oh, Dan, the man. I'm still gonna bring you up though. Because I just love Dan. Dan is a real one, man. Shout out to Dan. Let me put Dan up. Happy Father's Day, Dan.
Happy Father's Day, Richie, and happy 250th birthday to the greatest Army in history. From this Marine to my Army brethren. My number 2 son is a brand new first lieutenant at the 1st Armored Division, Fort Bliss, Texas. And I'm extremely proud of him. And I've had a lot of great ops when I was working with the Army.
Well,
That's
thanks
what's
a lot,
up.
man. I spent some time in Camp Lejeune, 2nd Marine Expeditionary Force. So we hoorah. You know, I know you guys do y'all birthday big time, so thank you for showing love for ours, man.
Absolutely. Hey, what's funny? Have you guys seen that show Stolen Valor? Have you guys heard of that?
I haven't heard of that show, but there's a guy on YouTube who's a former SEAL, and all he does is he busts fake Navy SEAls all over the world.
Right.
And
Stolen Valor is the same, except he just gets everybody. You hanging out at 7-Eleven, you wearing stuff, because you guys know that jargon and nobody else knows. Really, who was your staff sergeant, such and such and such? Where you know those questions, y'all? I don't know. I can't fake it. I wasn't in the service, but my brother was a Marine, so shout out to my brother. Yeah, man, we got to get to the Brazil now. Who disagrees at Brazil number 10? Healthcare. Anybody been to Brazil? Want to tap in? I've been to Brazil several times, and Brazil. I haven't had to go to the hospital for any reason, thank God. But in terms of like health, mate, beauty potential, that's where the trade-off is. Safety's like this, and beauty's like this. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's kind of the internet. I remember the internet. I was at the beach too much to be on the internet. I really don't remember how strong the internet is, but they gave it a 6.0 with safety. I think that's a pretty high rating. Wifey helpmate potential. The Zoom score is an 8.0. Neither of you've ever been to Brazil, right?
No. But it's funny, here in Bangkok, where I am, is a big expat area, and there's a bunch of Brazilians, and I met a gorgeous Brazilian woman, and we're still in touch. We were workout mates at the gym, and she was in Portugal and just moved to Madrid, but travels all the way around. And the Brazilians I've met are just so down to earth, so sweet, so kind, just as friendly as can be. So my experience running into Brazilians out around the world, they're fantastic folks.
I love Brazil, but I only know Rio. I haven't been anywhere else besides that. But Frank Harris said, with all due respect, I'm not sure about that. Has she says wife 7 or 6.5? Ooh, okay. These are people that's been there, you guys. So maybe this is why it's at number 10. Frank said he been there, met number 1, super friendly, amazing beauty, very friendly. A 4 they say a 4 in Brazil would be an 8 or 9 in the USA. The standard is that high. Yeah, they're beautiful. And the beautiful thing about Brazilians, they got the best of all worlds. They got African features, they got European features, and they got indigenous features. So you might see a dark-skinned woman with curly hair and green eyes. You know what I mean? It's just like, I love that mixed stuff. You know what I mean? I love that mixed stuff. So all right, so you guys, so that we're gonna move on to the next, and we're gonna go on to number 9, because you guys have my guys have not been to Brazil. So we're gonna move to number 9. With some of you, I know if Mr. CM Reek hasn't been there, and if Dan hasn't been there, I know for a fact a lot of my people in the comment section have been there. So let's move to our next. Our next coming in at number 9 is, what you guys? I'm gonna wait this time. Who you guys coming in?
Asia or Africa?
It's the whole. It's all over. It's
give us a hint. Which region?
Give you a hint. Give you a hint. If I give you a hint, it's gonna give it away, Dan, because you're gonna know. You're gonna know. DJ Alday say Colombia at number 9. Frank, Tim Howard say Vietnam. I'm gonna give you guys a couple more minutes. Tim Howard said Vietnam. Be a couple more seconds. Can't do a couple more minutes. I know it's a delay before you guys even get to say this. Zeus says Greece. That's a great question. Timothy Wooten says Mexico. I love these. Some of these countries you guys are naming are definitely in this list. But we're talking about number 9. Number 9, Finland, Frank says. Indonesia, you guys got some good ones. All right, you guys, coming in at number 9, we have the Philippines. With an overall score, Zoom score 7.8, Internet 6, Healthcare 6, Lifestyle 8, and Wifey Material 9. Anybody disagree with that?
Nope. And I've been there.
You been there, Dan?
Yep.
Oh, you guys have both been there. Okay.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time there.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like Philippines is not. Dan, if I would have gave you a hint, said Southeast Asia, you would have said Philippines. That's
No, I was actually going to say Indonesia, like island fist. But then I thought, because I've actually seen Indonesia, Malaysia ranked higher in Forbes, strictly for the infrastructure and strictly for the arbitrage, how your dollar goes. And so, yeah, I'm surprised the Philippines is at 9.
Island fish say disrespectful. It's a fact. Let's go through it. The internet is the most important thing to a lot of people. Like internet, these are like when you say the top 5 things. These are the top. Did I leave out anything, you guys? Dan, Sam,
No.
Internet, safety, healthcare, cost of living, wifey material. Like those are the most important.
I would say also infrastructure. The roads, the airport.
Right. Well, that's part of. Well, yeah, you're right, Dan. You're right.
No, that's lifestyle. I get you saying.
It's lifestyle, but I could have said infrastructure. I got you, but I could have been more specific with that. But so let's go. Who disagree? Who agrees or disagrees with this?
I agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
Ed, do you agree or disagree with the score?
Yeah. I mean, I think like I said, you heard before when I was on, I had some internet issues when I was there. The healthcare, I had a healthcare scare while I was there, and bruh, they had a guard outside the hospital room. Like you're not leaving this hospital room till you pay this bill.
Right. And what's the name?
Health insurance. They wouldn't accept my health insurance. They wanted me to pay it all in cash up front and have my insurance company reimburse me.
This is in the Philippines?
Yeah, they wanted that paper. They were like, we know we do accept your health insurance company, but we would rather you pay us cash and then get your money back from your health insurance company.
But aren't you military? Don't they got a military hospital in the Philippines? Don't you guys? You guys are locked in with that, right?
Yeah, I mean, but it's not even a full-blown hospital as far as I know. The one they have in Clark and Manila, I know they're reopening bases there. But I mean, I love the Philippines. I love the people. I wouldn't put the food anywhere close to Vietnam, Thailand, or Cambodia. But the white potential, definitely a 9. You get the girlfriend experience from day one. And they got the biggest advantage to me of women in Southeast Asia. Most of them speak English off the jump.
Oh yeah. That's part of what it is. Somebody tapped in and asked me about let me see. I'll make this smaller. Asked me about safety, which should have been on that list, but it's not. So let me give you guys. Safety comes in at in the Philippines at a 7.0. Metropolitan areas are generally safe, so that's not on the list. So safety, that was a good question. Safety does come in at 7.0. Let me see. I would agree with that. Like if you go into the hood of the Philippines, you go into a place where you don't know where you at. You get outside the metropolitan areas, it can probably get a little. What's the word we want to use? A little.
They have no-go zones in Manila, just like we have no-go zones in North Philly. So just have your situational awareness about you, and don't go off the beaten path.
Right. Exactly. In my case, if that's number 9, I want to know the rest of the list. Well, we about to get to the rest of the list. Trust me, and this is all planned out. Like this isn't like no BS. Now, number 8. See if you guys know what number 8. Vernon said, keep hitting that like button. Yeah, you guys keep hitting the like button, please, man. Tap that like button like you clapping cheeks. You did.
Oh, real quick before you do the Philippines, I have an interesting story. So there's another creator out there named Sterling Cooper, who I met before back when I left the States, and he does these little shorts, and he does research because he used to be in the corn industry, and he said he found studies showing from Pornhub that the country where the women consume the most corn from Pornhub all over the world is the Philippines. Now, Japan produces the most. I'll send you the short. It's all actually it's on my WhatsApp story. But the Filipino and anecdotally, everywhere you go in the Marine Corps and Navy, because of the tight relationship, there's a Filipino mafia in the Navy and the Marine Corps. A lot of chiefs, a lot of people come in because of our connections to the Philippines when it was a colony. So everywhere you go, when I was in Okinawa, when I was in Honolulu, when I was in Bahrain, there's always tons of Filipinas working at the base exchange, working at the commissary, working at the clinic, because they make some of the best nurses in the world. The Philippines' number one export is their people, whether they're seafarers or mainly nurses. All the VA hospitals have tons of gorgeous Filipina nurses working at them. So everywhere you go, there's Filipinas. So when I was in Honolulu, I had a Filipina island wife. When I was in Bahrain, I had a Filipina island wife. When I was in Okinawa, the same thing. And as far as femininity and sweetness and kindness, Filipinas and Thais are almost neck and neck. Like the slight advantage to the Filipinas, because we have more of a shared culture since they were a colony and English is their primary language, and culturally, it's just more of a synchronicity there. So I have nothing bad to say about the Kenai.
Everything he said, I agree with 1,000%. If anybody disagrees with what Dan just said, you guys never been to the Philippines. Everything he's saying is right and exact. No lies detected. Frank said the thickest Asians. I would have to agree. When you look in the Philippines, and some are actually overweight. Like when I took Elle to the Philippines, like Elle was surprised. Like that was the first Asian country we went to where we actually seen, women that were beyond thick. You know what I mean? I don't want to say overweight, but we'll just say beyond thick. And it is what it is. But some of the friendliest, nicest people in the world. That's why white potential is number 9. The only reason why it didn't go higher than 9 is because I don't think nothing is a 10. But that's what it is, you guys. We're gonna move on to the next country, unless you guys have something to say. Let me see. Anybody agree, disagree with what Dan said, Ed said? We good? Because we about to move on. What do you guys think coming in at number 8? Tap in at number 8. Ron Saluki said facts. All right, you guys, give me who you got for number 8. Uh-oh. Leslie Lynch say Ice Fit is half Philippine. Hey, shout out to Leslie Lynch. Shout out to Leslie Lynch. Oh, we got to get some of these super chats. I wish a motherfucker would with the $20 holler. I wish a motherfucker would, but I love that name. I wish a motherfucker would. I got to give wish a motherfucker would something good. What we going to do? Wish a motherfucker would. Will the algorithm catch if I say I wish a motherfucker would? Will he catch that? I don't know. I'm going to give you, this is what, I don't know what, but this is what Theo Waff loves this one the most. It's a good one, but he just thinks this is the best one. So I'm going to give you this one. I wish him well. I wish a motherfucker would. No question, no comment, just the pure of the game. Dan, what you think about that one? That woman right there. They really like her.
Pretty darn nice.
And Dan has extremely good taste, by the way, you guys. Just so you know.
Oh,
Ed Travels came. Ed Travels is what a classy act, man. He's on the stream, donating his time and donating with the $5 holler. Yes, Cambodia is a great option. Easy visa process and low cost of living. If you guys are thinking about going to Cambodia, Ed Travels, aka Mr. CM Reed, is the person to talk to. You guys make sure you follow him, Ed Travels. Ed Travels, is it YouTube or Instagram? But I know you're YouTube because I watch you.
YouTube, and you can also find Ed Travels page on Facebook. But YouTube is the easiest way. I mean, I'll just, we can sit down and chat about it. But to me, I love it because it just fits for me, and that's one thing I would personally say about these countries. It pays you to go see for yourself.
Facts.
And find that.
Dan, can I get an amen? That's an amen right there.
And Lord, let the church say amen.
Amen. You gotta see it for yourself.
You guys know all the time. And what's better, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Cambodia. I said, look, bro, It doesn't cost you that much to say fly to Cambodia or fly to Thailand, make that your base. Air Asia, Air Vietnam,
Air
Cebu
Asia.
Pacific, whatever, and just shoot across each one for a week. Get a vibe for the food, the weather, the feeling, the people, the atmosphere, and then base that decision on that. As far as listening to somebody else, what makes a place work for them might not work for you.
Exactly.
It doesn't cost you much. We know that, guys, right? It doesn't cost you much to go from, Bangkok to Ho Chi Minh or to Phnom Penh or to Manila.
Not at all. Most flights in Southeast Asia are fairly reasonable. The most expensive is going from the Philippines to like Thailand. That's going to be your most expensive flight. But that's what Zoom Fest is about. The whole point of Zoom Fest is for people like Dan who supported me, people that's been following me, my Patreon members, for us to just spend some time together, hang out, and explore Southeast Asia together. But the thing about it is, with Zoom Fest, you're going to get to go to all these places and do exactly what Ed Travels is saying, which is what I call, with the military term, a recon trip. You're just going there to just touch the ground, see what it feels like. Okay, I might want to come back here again. It's all to just touch and feel, experience, in and out. And then when you decide if you want to stay longer, you want to go back, you go, oh man, I like this part of Manila. I like Makati. I liked Ho Chi Minh. You know what I mean? Like, it's all, so you get the options for that, you guys. So that's what it's all about. Shout out to Leslie Lynch. Hey, Richie Mack, how are you? Hello, Chad. Leslie, you were late tonight. Shout out to you, Leslie. Appreciate you so much. Leslie always in the building. And of course, I got to give Leslie's the godfather of the Zoom tribe. Dan, I know you one of my OGs and you one of my longest supporters, but Leslie is the godfather of the Zoom tribe, man. And Leslie has his own. Leslie has his own. He brought his son out here. He told me his son was coming. I was like, okay, I gotta make room. Just like when Bet Out of Debt came. When Bet Out of Debt came. Yeah, you make a point to see people that support him and got your way. This is Leslie Lynch. Leslie Lynch. We're about to move to the next country, you guys. So we're at number 8, coming up number 8. Who do y'all think number 8 is? Before we do that, I gotta get Willie a Realtor. I bet Malaysia is in the top 5. Willie a Realtor making a bold predicament. I'm not gonna say whether it is or it isn't, but Willie a Realtor always supporting me, whether it's on Cash App or it's here. Only reason I get mad at Willie is because I don't get to see him when I'm in California. What am I gonna give Willie? What am I gonna give Willie? I'm gonna give Willie dog. I'm gonna give Willie the cat suit. It's about to get down. It's about to get busy. All right, you guys. I was like waiting for it to keep going. I forgot I had to stop it right there. This is YouTube. All right, you guys. Oh, DJ Alday says Spain.
I'm gonna go with Portugal, right next door.
Ooh, he's going with Portugal. Who you going with, Ed? For number 8.
Portugal as well. I love Portugal.
Foday is saying Croatia. Antoine is saying Vietnam. Chris Baby said the cat suit. Damn, yeah, man. Shout out to the cat suit. Jay Shar say Malaysia should be number 1. Ooh. Antoine said any country where polygamy is allowed. Oh, we got Ice in the building. Ice is in the building. Shout out to Ice, Leslie's favorite, 120 Zoom to Thailand. Richie Mack, just want to say happy Father's Day to all the wonderful dad in here. Shout out to Ice. Ice, you want to come up? You can come up with us and give your critique on these countries, Ice. You are part Filipino. All right, you guys. So, Ice, if you want to come up, just put yes in there, and then I will send you the link. I will shoot you the link in the chat. This is for Ice if she wants to come up. All right, you guys, coming in at number 8. Coming in at number 8. Call me Q says Portugal. Coming in at number 8 is Colombia. How y'all don't sleep on Colombia?
I've been there.
How y'all forget about Colombia?
I thought it would be higher.
Okay, Dan, I'm asking you why then. I'm asking you why you think it'd be higher, because we got to go
in Asia. It's such an easy trip to get to Colombia from the United States. The infrastructure is really, really nice there. I haven't had to worry about the health care. But that 8.5 for wife helpmate, yeah, that's it right there.
Okay.
And for time I spent in Medellin, I felt very safe and very comfortable there.
You felt safe in Colombia? That was the thing that would knock it, that brought it down to number 8, I think. What?
The way that I felt about it, I spent most of my time in Medellin, but I know that the VA does have services and a clinic in Sabaneta where you can get VA care in Medellin area. They'd even come out to your apartment, and give you services. My own and the women, the wife material, I'm still hurt over some papacitos that I still think about them every day like sunshine. But the safety was my knock, dog. I gotta be honest. I felt like I had to be on point and situationally aware at all times.
See, Dan Sparks is the first person in the history of the world that said he felt safe in Colombia. I've never heard that. I hear all the don't pull out your phone, don't do this, don't do that, can't do this. They're getting you. They're gonna put something in your drink. Like everything is like head on a swivel. But I haven't been, and I gotta go, so I can bring back what I'm saying. But Dan, how do you come to the conclusion that you felt safe there?
Well, maybe it's because I went with 2 of my buds who are Marines, and they're Dominicans, so they habla completely, and they've been there 2 or 3 times. So it was my first time as a gringo going with 2 experienced guys. And then in Medellin, we were in the expat area of Parque Lleras and Poblano. And everywhere I saw, like I said, there were 2 or 3 cops on every corner. All night long, things are happening. There were garbage people taking stuff away. It was families walking with kids. And so I didn't venture off the beaten track. So I wouldn't say I was necessarily in a touristy area, but I was in the expat area. But everybody came in to party. And we had a nice Airbnb. The guys had women coming and going, and the women that they know there just sort of took care of us with our breakfast and showing us around and stuff. So that was my 4-day trip when I spent the Medellin the first time.
So Dan had what you call a cushy situation. So he's giving us a skewed opinion of what he said.
Yeah.
Richie, can I speak on the chicas for a minute?
Absolutely.
I was in Provenza, El Poblado. I actually got an Airbnb in Laureles for a while. You gotta know your surroundings. If Colombia is not, I repeat, not a hookup culture. If a woman comes down there offering up the goods, bruh, she's working. So and to Antoine, my brother, that I think a lot of the women down in Colombia get a bad rap from the scopolamine stories and all of the stuff that you hear. When you meet the average paisa, when you meet the average Colombian chick, she's not a working girl. Those are groups that do that. There's a dude behind those women. And to be honest, and I'm gonna call it like I see it, because I'm too old to give a damn anymore. A lot of brothers that land down there and see those Colombian cheeks lose their ever-loving mind.
Mm-hmm.
And when that little chick, you meet her at the club and you having the bottle service, and if you partaking of other party favors, and she says, me and my girl will take you back to your Airbnb, then that's where you made your mistake. Because now you got to watch two of them. So you're being a party to your own downfall.
So you say you're not one number one.
So you gotta really watch yourself. The
I agree.
women are top notch. The women are top notch. I had a great time in Provenza, El Poblado, Laureles. I felt relatively safe everywhere. But no, all of them not like that. Colombia is not a hookup culture, man. It's not.
Okay. All right, Ed. Well, good. Dan, you want to add to that before
key in is bulk of the women that you speak of, Ed, that I met there had all come over from Venezuela. And so you have to walk that fine line with the working girls. And so if you meet a woman from Santa Marta or from Cartagena, Bogota, and I actually met a Colombian woman who came out here on a trip to see one of those Asian boy bands. And we met, we went to dinner a couple times, and ate. Loveliest, works in a big hospital, and it's not hookup. It wasn't something automatic, you know? And so the real ones are sweet, down to earth, all that. Like any place else, if you go to those red light areas, you know what the deal is. When you go to the clubs, you know what the deal is. Same if you're in Miami.
Okay. All right, so I sent you a link. If you got to go, I know you with your dad, but I sent you a link in case you want to come on and give a female's perspective. Because when Leslie Lentz writes in caps, that means he means it. So, all right, you guys. So that's number 8. Coming in at number 7. Who do we got coming in at number 7, you guys?
Portugal.
Dan says Portugal.
I'm staying 10 toes down on Portugal. One of my boys.
Dan says Portugal.
Oh.
Anybody else? What y'all say? What y'all say? Who y'all got? Let's see what they saying. Let me see. I don't see it, but I'm just gonna get right to it, you guys. Numbers coming in at number 7 is Indonesia.
I was just there. Just got back 2 weeks ago.
Which includes Bali. What's the other spot? Now, in fairness, I get Indonesia and Malaysia mixed up. I be thinking it's the same thing. So shout out to my ignorance for thinking it's the same thing. Indonesia and Malaysia are 2 different places. They seem similar, but they're different. You know,
Indonesia has over 17,000 islands.
Damn.
And it's really known for their scuba diving. Komodo Island with the Komodo dragons, and whatever you do, don't take no booger sugar or nothing else to Indonesia. Bro.
Right? Yeah. You definitely.
They put you on the road.
They're the most populous country, the most populous Muslim country in the world. So if you took the globe and you have all the Muslims in the globe, and you draw a line down the earth where it's the center of Muslim population, it runs right through Indonesia. Not Saudi Arabia, it's not Iran, it's Indonesia. And he's right about not using those legal substances. But when I was there, I was just there in Jakarta. They smoke everywhere. Every restaurant, every bar, you can smoke cigarettes in it. And sure enough, a story came out. Indonesia as a country has the highest rate of smokers of any country in the world. Of cigarettes.
Yeah, more than like India and Japan. Because I mean in China, because they get down in China.
Yep.
That's crazy out there.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So let's go over these numbers. Healthcare, we got an 8.0. Internet 7.5. Safety 7.0. Wife helpmate 8.5, and my overall Zoom score is 7.3. Anybody that's been to Indonesia want to add to that? Is there anything I missed on that?
So I just left there in the capital, Jakarta. They have what's called the Java Jazz Festival. It's been going on for 20 years. Big name acts from all over the world play there. Miles Davis played there. Luther played there. Everybody from all over the world. Like I said, it was 20th anniversary. So I specifically flew in from Bangkok there. Cheap Air Asia flight. And everything in Indonesia is so cheap. I stayed at the JW Marriott Hotel in central Jakarta. It was only $125 a night, including free breakfast and my bonus Bonvoy points. Cabs are cheap. Eating out is cheap. Shopping.
The food is good. The food is good.
Yep, the nasi goreng, that fried
Got
rice.
a wide variety of food in Indonesia.
Yep.
It's a variety.
Sweet kind they can be. I can't say enough about it. So that's Jakarta, the capital, like you said. Then I've been to Bali last August, all the way in the other end.
That's where I went.
The Balinese women, Javanese women.
The Balinese women, like I'm telling you, Dan, I've said this all the time. Like when I went out there with Elle, I did an episode called Bali Got Cheeks, because they got cheeks, but it was like, I can't be directing these goofies to the good places. People just got to figure it out on their own. So I don't even really, I didn't even do the episode. I just let it ride. So, you know, for my Patreons or whatever, because it's like, I don't want to ruin that place. There's enough traffic there as it is. That's the only thing with these Southeast Asian countries. They built these roads for little people, and they didn't plan on the whole world converging on their country. So these roads are small little alleys, dirt roads. They're not prepared for all of the people that want to get out the matrix and come to a
Bali is also the Australians' playground too. That's a big Aussie place.
So is Thailand.
Bali is like the Aussies, like Bangkok.
Okay.
That's the spot.
The good thing about Jakarta, their airport is efficient, and there's a train from their airport into the town. Because even though the grabs and the taxis are cheap, it's bad traffic. But you take the train, phew, you get in, you get out.
Right. Well, that's what it is. Isn't Russell Simmons there? Yes, he is. Russell Simmons been tucked away in Indonesia for a while. And he's going to stay right there. But even if he wasn't in the situation he's in, he would still rather have that than be in New York City, my opinion. Call me Q is paying attention. He said Bali got more cheeks in the Philippines. I'm going to answer that. The shorter answer is no, but I'm going to tell you why. Because the volume isn't the same as the Philippines. That's what Thailand got over Bali. They don't have the volume. You know what I mean? They have. I was like in Thailand, 3 or 4 out of 10 got cheeks. In the Philippines, 6 or 7 out of 10 got cheeks. In Bali, 8 of them out of 10 got cheeks. That's what I saw. I was surprised that the cheek count in Bali, they really had it. They had cheeks out there. DJ out there say, okay, Richie, you know what should have been an important category to rate banking stability. Banking stability, wouldn't that go as part of like the infrastructure and the cost of living? But you're right, DJ out there. I should have made that a specific thing too. But I was tucking that all in. Like Dan had made a point about roads and all that stuff. I was tucking all that into one category. But you're right. I need to get more into the banking thing to know, because I didn't research that for sure, because we're dealing with a lot of banking issues here in Thailand now. They flipping that around. He said he trying to avoid that case. Yeah. Smart move.
One thing about the easy way to think about Malaysia and Indonesia. Remember, Malaysia actually touches Thailand at the bottom, and then Indonesia. So you got Malaysia, and by Malaysia, Singapore, and then Indonesia, that long stretch of islands.
That is a fact. That is a fact. All right, you guys, we're gonna move on to number 6. We're almost at the top 5. Number 6. Who y'all got for number 6 before I pull it up and break y'all heart? I bet y'all ain't even gonna see this coming. Who y'all got at number 6, y'all?
Portugal.
Dan has Portugal. Earl has Taiwan. DJ all day say he going to Bali. Antoine say China.
South Korea.
Tim Howard said get the likes up. Ed Travel said South Korea. Timothy Wounders on that DR. Christopher John says Thailand.
I see Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan. What are we saying there, Dan? Before I pull it up, before I break everybody's heart. Italy. What y'all? Anybody? What you see, Dan?
Costa Rica might be on there. That's a good one.
Costa Rica's a great choice, but coming in at number 6 is Mexico.
Whoa.
Oh, y'all forget about Mexico, man. Y'all forgot about Mexico. Antoine was close. He said Panama. Vaughn said Panama. Fode said Thailand. Zeta said Morocco. Ooh.
I've been there. Lovely place.
I've never been to Morocco. I said DR. Healthcare 8.2, internet 8.6, right potential 8.9, safety 7.0. That's a pretty generous score for safety 7.0. It comes out with an 8.3. So Mexico's known for having good private healthcare and medical tourism. The internet, I don't know the BPMs. It's that was some Ed knows. 20 to 50 megabytes in cities, slower in rural. Safety 7.0. Safe regions vary. Choose wisely. Wife help make potential. Passionate. This is an absolute fact. Passionate. Family first. Warm culture. Even though they started to become a little matrixized with with the liberation and all of that stuff, but there are a lot of traditional women there. So the Zoom score 8.3. Anybody disagree with the Mexico score? Tim said Mexico who? I know Ed's been to Mexico. Dan, you been to Mexico?
Oh yeah, I have been to Mexico, and Mexico is highly rated for by Forbes, a couple other magazines for Americans to go down there and retire. At least was a few years ago. And every my son is stationed at Fort Bliss, right on El Paso, right next to Juarez. They got a bridge.
Ooh, Juarez is
I have a buddy of mine, one of my Capra brothers, is in El Paso, and he has like 2 or 3 mamacitas in Juarez. He swears it's okay. I said, Gator, I ain't going to Juarez, but
you got to be careful where you go.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying 7. Safety of 7 is kind of high. I would.
If Colombia got a knock like that, Mexico should be right there with it.
Yeah. Well, Mexico is known for like putting Mickey's in your drink and stealing your kidney. They're known for the drug war cartel stuff. That's a different kind of danger, right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Mexico ain't all cartels, despite what MAGA says. I agree.
Antoine agrees. Let's just say that it's like any place else. Watch where you're going. You see. And I remember the story about the van load of black folk who left California, and as soon as they drove over in the border, the darn cartels jumped out, kidnapped the woman, killed 1 or 2 of them. Took a few days to get her back, but it was a case of cartel mistaken identity. And so why any American drives their car into Mexico, I don't know. But
I did. I used to play golf in Mexico. No. Okay. Real quick, back to Indonesia. Ethelton says, give me back to your ear. Dan stopped talking earlier. I thought Dan was gonna go on one of his rows, so he got me. He got me with my food in my mouth.
Yeah, I saw him bring your plate. I can go on a riff if you want to. Get your grits and your scrapple down your throat, man.
Today I got red beans and rice and eggs and chicken.
But Etruscan, talk about Indonesia. I saw so much thickness among the staff at the hotel, at the Jazz Festival. And remember I said about they had cigarettes. They had these girls in nice little uniforms handing out free packs of cigarettes every 5 or 10 feet. And they were all thicker than cold cheese sauce, wearing mini skirts, go-go boots, little uniforms on. And they wear those top form-fitted, like, tight skirts, similar to what they wear in Singapore, like Singapore Airlines flight attendants wear. So, yes, there's some cakes in Indonesia.
Yeah. Dan, L's watching the TV. You guys, I remember him from Bangkok.
Hi, Kunel. Hey, listen, man. Remember we went to go eat Elle can eat. Richie's eating, and Elle is taking bits and pieces off of it, but she can go. Thai women love to eat. If you date Thai women, fellas, you're going to have to feed her.
Yeah, Elle gets down when she wants to.
Yep.
If she likes it. If she don't like it, she won't eat it. Frank say Mexico safety is a 3.0. Y'all agree with that? Yeah, I think that safety score is a little generous on that safety score.
I'll be back and get more coffee.
Okay. Leslie said Richie Mack, Mexico is number 5. Yes, I mean number 6. Yes, number 6 is Mexico. Have you been there, Leslie? You live in New York, so I know you probably haven't even been to Mexico. There's a lot of Mexico is like Thailand is the Mexico of Southeast Asia. Like if you're from the States, Mexico is like the vacation destination until they start doing all that goofy stuff. So, yeah, that's number 6. All right, you guys, we're gonna move on to number 5. Ed say no thanks from Mexico. Jay Sharp said I'm good from Mexico. Jay Sharp live in LA. He's been to Mexico a million times. Mexico is a high risk for safety, but the rewards are plentiful. Shout out to Mr. Wendell. Antoine says no. Big Spicy said Mexico's a big country, y'all. Just go based on what the news showed you. That's like saying the state of California isn't safe because they show the bad stuff that goes on in Compton and West. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. We get into these stereotypes, getting caught up in watching TV and all of that stuff. So, Ed, you been to Mexico?
Yes, I love it.
What's your take on Mexico?
I love it. You know, it's just like Dan said earlier, man. It's being aware of where you are. If it doesn't look right, it doesn't feel right. It probably isn't right. You know, golf is wonderful down there, man. And I love the food. I love the music. Love the women. Yeah, I mean, especially being in Southern California, it's a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
Nope.
I don't know if I lived there though. I don't know.
Yeah. I was thinking about it before I got to Southeast Asia. That was an option for me. It was definitely an option. All right, you guys. So y'all, I got mixed reactions on number 6 at Mexico. We're gonna move to number 5. First, before we move to number 5, y'all gotta tell me what y'all think. What y'all think number 5 is gonna be? Who y'all got coming in at number 5?
Japan.
Okay. Ed says Japan. What else y'all got? Frank says Japan. Trinitario says Georgia. Earl Owen says Malaysia. Leslie says Japan. Okay, y'all coming in. Y'all going in for Japan.
Portugal.
Dan says Portugal. All right, you guys, we got to bring it in. Let me see. Yeah, Japan, Singapore. Antoine says Singapore. How are you going to say Singapore? That's the most expensive place in the world.
Yep.
You're not going to say Sweden if we're going to say Singapore.
And everybody that lives in Singapore hates it. It's boring there. Ain't shit to do.
I heard it's expensive as shit. I haven't been there yet. I just can't afford it. That's the only reason I haven't been. I'm gonna give you a hint though. Singapore is not on the list. All right. So coming in at number 5. We're in the top 5 now, you guys. Coming in at number 5. Vietnam.
Vietnam, man.
Yeah.
Y'all forgot about Vietnam.
Yeah.
Y'all
I
forgot
went there with Bet Out of Debt.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll be there in October for a week playing Bonai Hills, Laguna Loco, and Hoyana Shore. Golf trip. Round trip ticket from Siem Reap to Da Nang was $154.
Round trip. You dig. But I'm
It is arguably the best golf destination in Southeast Asia.
What is?
Vietnam.
Really? I didn't even think to play golf in Vietnam.
Without a doubt. Hanoi, Da Nang, that whole area, man. You've got Jack Nicklaus. I mean, guys, you got a myriad of golf courses up there, man. Great place to go.
Is it expensive? Is it expensive to play?
No. Oh, hey man, dude, when I went to Hanoi, I fell in love with that city, man. Hanoi was, I called it beautifully Asian. You know what I mean?
You like
get
Hanoi better than Ho Chi Minh?
Oh yeah, I didn't like Ho Chi Minh was a little over the top to me. Just wasn't feeling it, but I love Hanoi. Haven't
Okay.
been to Da Nang yet. I'm going this time, but I mean, me and my girl had bon cha, which is that grilled pork and noodles and greenery. I had a Saigon beer. She had a Fanta. It was $6.50 for both of us.
Yeah.
And we went to the restaurant where Anthony Bourdain and Barack Obama had lunch.
Uh-huh.
That place is jam packed, man. Hanoi is Halong Bay, which is the picture you got in the back.
Uh-huh.
The back of this photo is Halong Bay. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
man. Vietnam is
Right.
Bangkok to Vietnam round trip, $118. You're right. The food in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, was a little pricey. Me and Bet Out of Debt walked around, and we're experienced guys, and I found it to be boring. My son has been to Hanoi, Da Nang, took the boats, and he absolutely loves the northern part of Vietnam. So my next trip, I gotta link up with you, Ed, and link up with you in Da Nang, and bring my sticks, and we'll go out there. And I didn't know that at Jack Nicklaus there.
Yeah, they got a couple Jack Nicklaus. As a matter of fact, we'll hook up. I have a friend of mine, Chandra. He's from Malaysia, runs a golf tour company. So me and my lady are going over in October for a week. 5-star hotels, all the transfers, greens fees. Just the only thing that's left out is your international travel, of course, and your caddy tips. But the trip also includes, on the days I don't play golf, we're doing a tour of Hoi An, we're doing a tour of Hue, and we're doing a tour of Da Nang. That's all included in the package.
You gotta get that link to me if you don't mind, sir.
Sure, I will.
What are the dates on that? How long you gonna be there? Because Zoom Fest is coming up. But
Yeah,
I would
October
love
2nd, October 2nd through October 9th.
Okay. I might have to consider that.
One ding I have about Vietnam is you still have to do that the entry permit 3 days prior.
Yes.
And I'm refreshing up until like 4 hours for my flight, waiting to see if I got the clearance to come in. They have to speed that process up.
I thought it takes about a day for them to get back to you. When I did it, it took about a day and a half.
Mm-hmm. At least, people were talking about Thailand. We have our new digital access card, but you can do it when you land. They have iPads here, and it's nothing to wait for approval. Whereas in Vietnam, it goes to the little communist gonculator to check you out, and then you're waiting, and then you finally get the approval. But that's the only hiccup in traveling there that I saw. Everything else was fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to make sure that visa, they do e-visa now, because my girl is Cambodian, so she's part of that ASEAN country.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't need a visa. But I mean, if it doesn't match exactly what your, the effective date of your passport, when it's over, and all of that kind of stuff, then you're gonna have a problem. So you got to make sure that you got that correct.
You guys hear that? People coming to Zoom Fest?
You can do it online, but Vietnam is a stickler for having all of your dates, your name, your date of birth, all of that has to be correct. And the thing is that you can do it through a company that you pay an extra $25 for. They'll do it for you, but you can do it directly through the immigration itself.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there you go. There you go. Because that's like the best. I tell people with Zoom Fest, because I dread somebody in my group not doing the right visa application and screwing themselves up. Because I make sure, like, if that's on you, like, I just pray that people really take that seriously. So Vietnam healthcare is a 7, improving steadily, especially with private clinics and cities. Internet is a 7.2, 50 to 70 megabits in urban centers. Safety is a 8.2, very safe in Vietnam. Low crime rates, respectful society, very important. Wife health mate potential 9.4, strong culture and family values. My Zoom score is an 8.4. Anybody disagree with that?
No.
Are the women beautiful? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in most Asian, there's only one country in Asia where to me the women aren't the most beautiful, and that's, in my opinion. I'm not saying that they're not beautiful. I'm not saying anything bad about this country, but I'm just saying, like in China, I don't find them as beautiful as I do Thailand, Japan, Korea. Maybe that's just what I've seen in Vietnam.
It's like the women come out the same type of factory. They're like petite and angular, and their complexions are nice. And when I say complexion, I'm not talking about color, but just the smoothness, because they have the full spectrum of colors there also. And so you can find extremely petite, sweet. I don't think I saw one fat person in Vietnam, because like Island Fist said, their diet is fantastic. You eat some banh mi in the morning, which is like I'm from Philly, like a cheesesteak for breakfast. But everything else, small portions, the nice vegetables, the soups, they eat healthy, they eat clean, they eat pure, and I think it just radiates out of their skin.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, they're bitter. They're gaining on Thailand, man, big time. Like really, really gaining on Thailand, you guys. Their Vietnam is on the come up, and it's once you get past that initial entry thing, Vietnam is cool, but they don't play no games. You will not see no goofy YouTubers out there doing goofy stuff. They won't last long, for sure. Antoine says, zoom to Vietnam. All right, you guys. We are in the top 5, narrowing it down. Now it's about to get interesting. Some of y'all are going to get mad. But this is what the overall thing is. So you guys ready? Are you guys ready for number 4?
Portugal.
5, number 4. Dan is holding on to Portugal. So, Dave, where you at? Who is coming in at number 4? Ecuador. LJ, that's a good one. Earl still holding on to Malaysia. Ecuador. What else you guys got? Island Fist say Malaysia. DBFJ say Poland. DJ All Day say Spain. I'm gonna give y'all a hint. One of you guys said it earlier. I don't remember who said it earlier, but somebody said it earlier.
Japan.
Ed says Japan. They says Croatia. Frank says Poland. Tim Howard says UAE. Coming in at number 4 on the coolest places to travel, smartest places to travel is Romania.
There's a brother there, not a brother, but American guy, Bo Refik, who's a YouTuber, and he does what is it called? Tribe of Men. He's from LA. His mom's Romanian, and he moved back to Romania, and he raves about Romania. Right there, it's right on the coast, so you can get on the Black Sea, right there. And there's another Romanian YouTuber by the name of Manosphere, who is a Romanian guy, big buff guy, who does some really, really good out of the Matrix content. They both do. And it's an EU country. It's a NATO country. So the infrastructure is good. The economy is good there. And from what I've seen I think, did Austin go there? I'm not sure if he went there or not when he was on his world tour. But yeah, Vernon is right. From what I've seen, there's some baddies out of Romania.
I heard it's crazy. Like Romania, y'all be sleeping on Romania. That is a place on my to-do list, definitely. Time out Africa. Yeah, he's still in actually still in Africa as far as we know. The Tates were in Romania. Yep, that's a fact. Ezra says, really? Yep, Romania. Bad as in good. Yeah, Vernon.
A little bit pricier to get there. I just looked on Google flights from Bangkok to Bucharest, about $870 on Qatar Airways.
But that's Qatar. That's a great airline too.
Oh yeah. You stay in Doha Airport, you can live in there.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit pricey, but once you're in Romania, is jumping off point with those good European trains to get around.
Yeah. This woman is very benign. They look way better than that in Romania, man. What does they say about Romania? Decent public clinics. This for healthcare. Decent public clinics. Private hospitals are affordable and good. Internet is 9.2 among the top fastest in the world for broadband. That's why it ranks so high. Part of the reason why it ranks so high. Safety is a 8.0, generally safe. Occasional petty crime. Wife material, 8.5. Educated, family focused, traditional values. Zoom score is a 8.6. Anybody disagree with that?
Nope.
All right. You guys didn't really. I was waiting for Dan and Ed to be surprised about Romania. I didn't really.
I am surprised. I forgot all about it.
Mm-hmm. Somebody mentioned it earlier. I don't remember who it was. Tim Howard said the cost of living. Did we do cost of living there? I got to go back and check that out. That was one of the prerequisites, so it should be decent. I don't know the details, Tim Howard. You got me. You caught me with my pants down on that one, because I got to go back and check. I will check though. Has anyone been to Romania?
No, I haven't been. I've heard great things about it.
I've heard good things too. Let's just say Kim K from not from America. No, Kim Kardashian is technically from America. Her father, Rob Kardashian, is Armenian.
Armenian.
And Armenian girls are built like sisters. At least where we from, where me and Ed is from, in the States.
Ooh, they got a ton of them in Pasadena, bro.
And you know in LA, that's what I'm about to say, the Armenian mafia that they got running around LA.
And Glendale.
Yes,
And
sir.
Glendale.
This Gail knows about Qatar Airways.
Yeah, Qatar.
And
I never flown it. I ain't got that much money yet, like Dan, but I will get to that.
I flew Qatar back to see him read last time I was in the States.
How was it?
It was great, man. I mean, direct. It was Atlanta to Doha, Doha to Bangkok, Bangkok to Siem Reap.
Richie, you still got the properties in LA, Richie. I'm a pensioner. I'm on a fixed income.
What that mean?
Because you're talking about money like I do.
Well, that's why I'm being dude. That property is wearing me down like a wrecking ball, bro. It's like I don't live there, and the mortgage keeps going up. So it's like I gotta hit the eject button at some point. You know what I mean? So that's what's really holding me up is trying to figure out, because I don't want to sell my house, but it's like, you know, I'm running out of options at this point. I'm scared to rent it straight up because somebody squats on me, I'm done.
Yeah.
So, you know, so I'm worried about that headache. DJ all day say so. Bali, Romania, Vietnam, and Indonesia. Yes. Those are great places. And then we're about to get to the top three in a minute. What does Fode say? I fully co-sign about Romania. The best part is that's only the tip of the iceberg for that quality. For quality in the region, Fode, I know you love Kazakhstan and all them places, but I have heard from several people Romania is it. The slept-on countries are Romania and Poland. Those are the two that I've heard about. I could be wrong because you've been around more than me. Mr. Mark said, just don't get caught out like the Tate brothers. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. You guys make sure to subscribe to Gail at Night if you haven't already. Antoine says he wants to go. Romania. Romania is full of milk. You can call it what you want. You can call it milk, chocolate milk, strawberry milk. I'm going to Romania at some point before it's all said and done. Vernon said, never been to Romania, but I have been in Romania. Yes. That's a great place to be in. You dig? Antoine said, Qatar is dope. All right, you guys, we down to the final three. Look at Leslie. Leslie's writing in caps, so we have to answer this question. When Leslie writes in caps, the question has to be answered. Dan and Ed, I'm gonna let you guys take it first, and then after that, I'm gonna see what the chat has to say. Leslie just wants to know who got the biggest cheeks. Dan, you want to go first?
In the entire world, where have I seen the best cake? Well, you see, it's. I live here in Thailand, so I walk down the street. I walk down Sukhumvit 15 times a day, and my neck is always breaking because if it's not the face, if it's not the complexion, it's not the hips, you see cakes. But in my existence of living on Earth, it's got to be Colombia.
Wow.
And I have to second that emotion, my brother.
Wow. Wait a minute, Ed, I'm going to bring you up. Wait a minute, Ed. Hold on, Ed. What did you say now?
Per capita, I have to go along with my brother in arms that Colombia, hands down.
You guys ain't been to Brazil. That's one thing I can say.
I mean, especially when you throw the Venezuelan chicks in there too. Bro.
And see, with Colombia, like I said, from all the way from Santa Marta, all the way down to Bogota, Medellin, all the way through, it's like they have all these subgroups, Cali, but no matter what their hair or their complexion or skin tone, they all got cakes.
All of them.
Every single one.
Man, the grandmamas got cakes, bro. Abuela got cakes, man.
He said abuela.
I'm talking about, dog. Hey, think about this. Think about this, the world we live in. Say you meet a chick in her early 20s. That means mom is probably less than 40. Right?
Yeah.
So grandma she might be kicking 60, late 50. They still thick, man. I mean, per capita.
Y'all ain't been to Colombia though. See, I haven't been. I mean, y'all ain't been to Brazil, and I ain't been to Colombia, so I got to give a little pushback, even though I haven't been. I haven't been to Colombia. Y'all ain't been to Brazil, so how are we? You know, what do y'all think? Brazil or Colombia? Hashim says U.S., Brazil, DR, Colombia. That sounds about right. Because if you ask around the world, I was just talking about on the list. Around the world,
Colombia.
Gotta be the U.S. It's gotta be the U.S.
So on the list that you have now, well, it's deceptive. DR only has about 11 million people. There's only 50 million people in Colombia. The U.S. is like 315 million people, and the U.S. is a big fucking melting pot. I mean, we can go down to New Orleans, and we're going to see.
Which is why we win in the Olympics, because we got a little bit of everybody and everything. That ain't our fault. You know, we you know, it is what it is. We just asked who got the most, and I think the U.S. got the most.
I gotta go with the lack of enhancements as well. I
heard Brazil is crazy out there with enhancements. I heard there's crazy enhancements in Brazil. Am I wrong? Don't get quiet on me now, y'all. Dan, Ed. Why y'all getting shy on me? Don't get shy. Is there enhancements going on in Colombia? Because I got a video.
Well, you see, that's why Colombia and Venezuela and Brazil will always win all the. Actually, the Miss World competition just happened in May, and Thailand won. She was an M-Sphere. Yeah. You know where me and you ate at the Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah.
The Miss World lady came driving through, and thousands of people waiting for her. So there's enhancements here, there's enhancements there for everybody to win these beauty pageants. But yeah, I agree.
I can't judge by beauty pageants because they all look like stick figures to me. I went to the Miss Puerto Rico Universe pageant in Puerto Rico and saw nothing like what I'm used to seeing in New York and different places where Puerto Ricans are, man. They were nothing like what I'm used to seeing. They didn't represent Puerto Rico the way we see it at all. They were all stick figures. And I'm sure, shout out to Miss the winner from Thailand, but I'm sure she was a stick figure too, correct? She didn't have no enhancements, did she?
Mm-hmm. Oh, she probably, or her cheekbones, lips, eyes, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. See, what's the fun if they're going to be cheating? You know what I mean? Look at that. Look at what Vernon Howe says. Shout out to Vernon Howe. He says, BBLs don't count for cheeks. How do you know the difference? Some of them are good. Like me, I hate augmented breasts. But if they look real and you can't tell the difference, then, you know, no harm, no foul. Grizzo's in the building. What up, Grizzo?
I always say that, you know, they're not, if you can touch them, they're not fake, they're real. Because it's there, it exists in reality.
But if they hard like rocks, I can't give you props for that. I can't give it up. If they feel like rocks, it's just
James Turner.
I need that natural push and that natural hang, all of that, man.
Hey, James Turner says South Africa for cheeks for the win. Now,
Right.
you met Vanessa Williams. She's got some cakes, but she was sort of covered. Next time she comes, she's gonna be coming soon.
Oh,
She
Vanessa
got
Williams. Yeah. I was thinking the
cakes.
real Vanessa Williams. Yeah. Dan,
Uh-huh.
hey, you guys, Dan give you guys some inside information. He got one from South Africa that looked like she could be Vanessa Williams' little sister, man. She bad.
Red bone, and she gets on my nerves. I'm like, if you didn't have that ass, you'd been going a long time ago.
Damn, but she got to just take. She's like, yeah, but I do, so you don't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, we rounding it down, you guys. We rounding it down to the top. Now we down to the top two. To the top three. Y'all, we only got 3 countries left, so y'all better choose wisely. Tim Harris, I heard South Africans got some cakes. Dan can tell you firsthand about his
that
South
was
African.
a comment I saw that made me remember her. How could I forget?
Right.
South Africa, yep.
All right, you guys. Number 3, people already putting it in. Earl Owens is holding tight with Malaysia. Kevin Crawford. Number 2, Costa Rica. Zeus, South Korea. LJ, Thailand. Y'all ain't mentioned Thailand yet.
One.
Huh?
Thailand would be number 1.
Okay, I'm pushing back. Well, what does Leslie say? Okay, I'm pushing back. I had Ethiopian girlfriend for 8 years. Ethiopia was the fatties, all natural, got her pregnant 3 times. Oh, you were shooting the club all the way up. Les, I'm gonna tell your son you were shooting the club up, man.
You got to get that snip, fellas. Get the snip.
That means he was busting up in it. All right, you guys, we gotta go for number 3. Y'all have some very good guests. Tim Howard says Thailand. Antoine says, Paulie said free Luigi. Paulie's in here trolling. Shout out to Paulie. Willie, your realtor says Malaysia. Tropical says North Korea. Grizzle Rider back from his cruise. I've seen pictures. Antoine says Ethiopia. Grizzle, who you got for number 3 of the smartest places to escape to out of the matrix in terms of healthcare, internet, safety, wife, helpmate, and infrastructure? Who do you got? Timothy Woon got Poland. Darkside got Iceland. Oh, you guys have come up with some great. What's the name? Okay, you guys. I'm gonna let y'all come in. Hashim said Cuba. That's a good one too. Coming in at number 3. I told you guys might be surprised with who number 1 is. Coming in at number 3, Thailand. Number 3. Y'all niggas thought I was going to say Thailand was number 1. It's close, but it was not number 1. Thailand, healthcare, 8.0%. Excellent private hospitals, top regional rating, internet 8.1. Above average speeds, 85 megabits in urban areas, safety, low violent crime, minor petty theft, wife helpmate potential, 9.5, deep cultural respect, strong family orientation. My Zoom score is a 8.8. Who disagrees with me? Does Dan or Ed disagree with me?
I would put healthcare at a 9.9.
Oh, Dan is.
You shorted them on the healthcare.
I think Dan is right. I got it. I got it here at a. I can't give it a 9.9. There's nothing that's perfect. You got to give it.
A perfect will be 10. 9.9 is just short. Like I said, I got the 1 gigabyte up, 1 gigabyte down. Now that's through the Ethernet, which I have plugged into my TV. But the speed tests on the Wi-Fi, the mesh Wi-Fi in my house, it's 100 megabits up and down.
Right. Anybody in the chat disagree with Thailand being number 3? Kevin Crawford said Cuba power outages every day. Yeah, that's why Cuba couldn't be in it didn't make the list. I'll tell you all that. We got 2 more to go. Anybody got anything to say? Now we are all aficionados on Thailand. So,
Yeah.
I don't even know we got to spend a lot of time on this one.
Helpmate potential 9.6 is skewed because you got Kun L. M. I don't know how many Thai girls you dated before you found Kun El, but it's like a knife fight out there in them dating streets with these Thai women, man.
You know what's funny? I've been hearing that, Dan. I've been hearing that. And they say, you know, you got a unicorn and Fern is a unicorn and all these unicorns and shit. But I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like is it the how they say it? Is it the arrow or the archer? You know what I mean? It's like,
oh, you trying to get metaphysical on us now.
I'm just saying, a lot of y'all pick based on looks. Like I'm on the Crazy Thick Asians episode. Fern's talking about
Crazy Thick Asians.
Yeah. Oh, I
gotta play the jingle. You gotta play the jingle, man.
I gotta show y'all, man. Shout out to people like Dan who's been supporting me for the long, because it's taking me, Dan, I swear it's taking me 2 weeks.
Hey, DJ all day, fighting the street. I stole that from the late great, my frat brother Kevin Samuels. He was
there you go.
About it being a knife fight, but it is. I mean,
I don't know, Dan. I've seen you with some consistent bad ones, so I don't know which knife fights you're talking about.
Yeah, I agree.
But Dan, I've never seen. I
want that Crazy Thick Asians sound so I can put it in my phone for a ringtone.
Okay, I'm gonna give y'all that since we got 250 people in the building. Let's get that Crazy Thick Asians, y'all. So this is the beginning. This is the first 1.5 minutes of Crazy Thick Asians. I told you it took me 3 days just to do this part. That's how much thought I put into my my episodes, y'all. So without further ado, like Tim Howard said, get the likes up and let go.
Appa, can we go trampoline?
You haven't finished your nuggets yet, sweetie. Okay, there's a lot of children starving in America. Take a look at her. She's American. Really skinny. You want to look like that?
No.
Then eat your nuggets.
Crazy Thick Asians. Now, I'm not saying they're all thick like this. Crazy Thick Asians. But they're catching up. Okay? Crazy Thick Asians. Crazy Thick Asians. Hey. Crazy Thick Asians. Crazy Thick Asians. Hey. Crazy Thick Asians. The rise of the thick Asian from Bangkok to Brooklyn. Lego. For decades, the world told us what Asian women were supposed to be. Petite, quiet, reserved. What they look like, skinny frames, flat tops, and pancake cheeks. But something's happening, and it's been happening. From Bangkok to Brooklyn, Tokyo to Texas, Saigon to San Francisco, and Bali to Baltimore, a new form of Asian is rising. And if you like what we're doing, show me some love with the like button. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section. The likes trigger the algorithm, so my video will come up in your feed. And when you hit the notification bell, you don't miss none of these heat rocks I'm dropping. And there you have it.
Crazy Thick Asian. That's the one I like. That little clip. You got to play that one. Little soundboard.
But you know what? You know what's funny? Why don't I see you guys? There. Let's see. Where's me? How do I get it with
that's a jump scare when you put me up, Richie. People want to tune out.
No, when I take that down, y'all supposed to come up. Let me see. Y'all are up. What am I doing wrong? Am I hitting the wrong button?
But yo, everybody, Richie has been working hard because like I'll call him up, it'll ring twice. He's like, man, I'm working. I'm like, okay.
I can't pick it up. Yeah, I can't pick up, man, because I'll be right. But you know I love you, bro. But back to what I was saying. You know, it's a lot to doing these things, man. It really is, man. And it makes me there we go. That's what I'm looking for. It takes a lot of time. You guys, make sure you guys what I was gonna say is I can see you guys, I can see Ed and Dan in the background when we watch it, and they like this. Ed's like this. They pay close attention. That's why I work so hard, because I know.
I'm still reminiscing about our golf, man. Last time we played in the caddies, man.
Yeah, we had so much.
It adds a whole different flavor to that 18 hole.
It does. Without the caddies, like my golf buddies, like one in particular is like super serious. Like it ain't about like having fun, and I mean he does have fun, but it's for him, it's more about winning and all that, you know, and it has to be this type of rule and all that. I'm like, dude, you taking the fun out of it for me. Like that makes me not even want to play. Like, you know, like I'm doing it for the fun of it, to get some footage and do everything I need to get. So
but besides the eye candy, man, the caddies had just wonderful attitude.
yes.
They were fun young ladies to be around.
Yes. Yes.
Besides being good caddies, they were good caddies. Reading
great
putts, the right clubs. That because I like to play seriously, but I covered golf for 17 years, man, and I suck. If I was that good, I'd be at the U.S. Open this week. So I just but the girls made it, man. The caddies, their attitudes were amazing.
So they're your biggest cheerleaders. Dan, they pick up. Dan, have you played out here?
Yeah, so this is one track here in Bangkok called Unico, UNICO, that my Australian boy, he's a scratch golfer. He's good, told me about it. You don't need to make a tee time. You can just show up. And it's really cheap, but it's really nice. And swear to God, there's a set of twins who are caddies there. And one of them is like an angel. The other one is like a devil. But
I think you told me about that.
Yeah, but Ed. And so they're pouring your drinks. The ones you rub it on, I mean, you know, you're slapping the cakes, and they're like, "Yeah, I just said you want to lay up on this one." But they're technically proficient in shot placement, reading the greens, what clubs to use. And I don't like dragging clubs around. All these places have fantastic rental clubs. You see, so I'm not picky when it comes to clubs in particular. But you're right. They know their craft, especially when it comes to their individual tracks.
And believe it or not, the older ones really know. They might not be as attractive and as youthful as the younger ones, but if you really want your line read correctly, they know what they're doing. Me, I like something that looks like this right here on the screen, on this Thailand screen. That's what my caddies look like. Some of them. Am I lying, Ed?
No. And the thing about Richie knows their caddy number. So he calls ahead and orders them for you.
So fellas, when you come out, all the tracks, the women are uniforms, they got their big numbers on the back. So my twins are like 6'17" and 6'18".
Which course is this? Which course?
Both of them.
You get both of them, really?
Yeah, I gotta take the other.
Dan, which course is this?
It's called Unico, UNICO.
Where's it at?
It's in north of Baltimore. It's near Bamwang Airport in Bangkok.
Okay. All right. I definitely got to get out there with you when I go back out there. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what's up, you guys. Let me see here. All right, we down to the top two. Y'all, I'm giving y'all some good information. I usually don't complain, but these super chats are light today, man. I got like 8 super chats, man. Don't get me wrong. I love y'all. I love doing this, but you know, I put in a lot of work on these joints, man. Show your boys some love. You understand me? Ed done gave me like 3 of the damn the 10 what's the names, but it's all good, man. Whatever y'all can do to help, I appreciate it, man. So now we got to move to number 2. Who do you guys think number 2 is? Look at Leslie talking about Fern. All right, y'all type in who y'all think number 2 is. We down to the last 2.
I'm gonna give y'all all over the world, right?
No, this is based on the ranking that we're looking for in terms of healthcare, internet, safety,
completely global. Okay, so
cost of living. Oh, LJ say Laos. Tim Howard is riding hard for Dominican Republic. I'm gonna tell you that. Tim Howard. Island Fist say Malaysia is that time. Island Fist is riding hard with Malaysia. I think Earl Owens is riding hard with Malaysia. Tim Howard is riding hard with Dominican Republic. Jay Shar said Bali. Bali's Indonesia, Jay Shar. So we already did Bali. DJ All Day been riding hard with we said Spain, Portugal, Tunis. Oh, he giving you 3 shots at it. Kevin Crawford say Spain. Timothy Wooten on Germany. Zeus is on Japan. James is on Kenya. We did Kenya. Kenya's number 11. We did Kenya already. So you get another shot. Denmark, Christopher says. S-Red says Thailand. We already did. Thailand is at number 3. We going to number 2. Grizzo say he loves Thailand. Vernon says Japan. All right, you guys, here we go at number 2. I'm gonna give you guys a hint. You guys have said this over and over again. Some of you are right, some of you are wrong. But number 2, some of y'all ain't gonna like it, but it is what it is. Number 2. Portugal! Hey! Who's that is there in Portugal? Wait, somebody said all 3 spots.
That was me.
DJ all day. DJ all day. DJ all day said Spain, Portugal, Tunis. DJ all day is a winner. He's the only one of you ninjas this time that said Portugal. Portugal.
Well, no, well, he sort of like did a trifecta. It's like when you
He did, but
go all the way around.
He did do it. That's why I said he tripled down. He didn't double down. He tripled down.
Win, play, show.
Yeah. Portugal is an 8.6 out of 10. Healthcare is an 8.5. High standard, public-private options, low cost for residents. Internet 8.2. Fast fiber, widely available in urban regions. Safety 8.5. One of Europe's safest countries with low violent crime. Wifey helpmate materials 7.9 on my list. Family-oriented culture, affectionate relationships. My overall Zoom score is an 8.6. Who disagrees with me?
Man, Portugal is an amazing country, top to bottom. The food, the culture, the Moorish history, the women, one of the lower, to me, affordable countries in the EU. The Algarve down south, cities like Porto, Lisbon. I mean, it checks all the boxes.
Okay, Dan, what you got on that?
So I've never been there, but my son, when I mentioned was in the Army, he graduated from school and he took like a month across Europe, him and about 6 other brothers, and they hit Portugal first, then over to Spain, France, Italy. But Portugal was a spot that he said was his favorite spot.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I've heard good things about Portugal. Is an optional retirement place for me. I've always had Portugal on my short list. I haven't been there, but I've heard great things about Portugal. Plus, you know, the Portuguese is who did it to the Africans back in the day, and you know, we got to get them back.
I mean, the Moors controlled Portugal for hundreds of years. If you go to Central, you'll see the Moorish castles. The seafood is unbelievable. I mean, it's just a wonderful country, man. I had the pleasure of staying there a couple months, man. I absolutely loved it.
Everybody's agreeing with Portugal except one person, Island Fist. Island Fist say boo. Now, I got to give Island Fist a special shout out and an apology. Island Fist has been pushing for Malaysia the entire time. Island Fist has been pushing for Malaysia the entire time. Out of my ignorance, I thought Malaysia and Indonesia was the same. So I did not include Malaysia. However, because Island Fist has been riding so hard for Malaysia, just to let them know we breathe in the same air. I did have Malaysia up on the list. We cannot lie. This is for Island Fist. We did have Malaysia on the list. I thought it was the same thing. I said Indonesia, Malaysia. I got it wrong. So we don't give this 2A and 2B. So Island Fist, you are correct. Malaysia got a 9.0 healthcare, 9.0 internet, 9.0 safety, white potential, 8.5. That gives Malaysia an 8.8. I have been to Malaysia. Anybody disagree with me and Island Fist?
Nah.
Y'all been there?
I've been to Malaysia, yeah. It's amazing.
I've never been.
Yeah, Malaysia. Like I said, Dan, when you were talking about Indonesia, I was talking about the food. Malaysia's like that. It has like the variety. Like Malaysia, and the women are thick. Look at this, man. Vernon gives me a super chat to tell me I forgot a super chat. Richie, you forgot for a day super chat. Thank you, Vernon. I'm gonna go back to that. For that, I'm gonna get to you first. I gotta tell Vernon, thank you. Vernon was a sponsor. Sent me a chat here and sent me 2 chats here, Vernon. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. But you're still not getting out of it, Vernon. We still gotta talk. We gotta talk. So what does Mr. Mark say? One of the cleanest countries. Let me go back and get that super chat real quick. Because I don't want to miss my. Gail at Night taught me, man, you got to respect the super chats. Dan Sparks used to come through with 50s, like coming through.
I'm still paying off that Gordon Ramsay lunch.
And he took me to an amazing lunch that I wasn't expecting.
No, let's go back.
I wouldn't order like that if I would have known.
Hold on. Here's the story, though. So Richie, God bless him, he don't know Bangkok to save his life, right? So L takes him everywhere. So I said, there's this huge mall. I said, I've never been here. I said, I heard they have a Red Lobster. I said, yeah, there's Red Lobster right there. He said, let's go eat a Red Lobster. I said, hey, we go to Red Lobster. We were walking to the escalator, and he sees out of the corner of his eye, I spy with my little eye, Gordon Ramsay. He's like, stop. I want to go to Gordon Ramsay instead. And my heart sunk. I was like, so we went up the escalator, came back down the escalator, walked in there, and I had already eaten, so I was going to get drinks, but it was like a Buddhist day, so there was no alcohol.
Facts.
Richie orders a buffet. But this is the thing, I tell all my friends and loved ones, your money is no good in Bangkok. When you come to my home, I take care of it. But, but God bless. And you took like 2 or 3 doggy bags with you.
We ordered 3 meals instead of 2 meals. I always get an extra meal so I can eat later while I'm editing or while I'm working. So I did get, but I didn't know Dan was going to pay. In fairness, I didn't know. I was doing that because that's normally how I order. Yeah. They'll get hers, I get mine.
That's normally how I roll.
Yeah. So then Dan didn't eat nothing. I was planning on treating Dan, and then Dan didn't eat anything, and then they didn't have alcohol, so Dan didn't drink nothing. So then when he paid, I really felt bad because I was intending to pay for Dan. So Dan,
your money's no good in my town for any of you.
And by the way, Dan is giving a little bit of cap and exaggeration. Dan said, "I know Bangkok from a hole in the ground." Dan's absolutely incorrect. If Dan remembers correctly, I met him at that same mall last year for Zoom Fest. Don't get it mixed up, man. I do know my Bangkok. I don't know like all the stuff, but I know how to get to the main areas. I don't know the outskirts stuff too much. Have you been to Copper Buffet yet, Dan?
To where?
Copper Buffet.
No, I have not.
See? You want to talk about Bangkok?
Is that your Mexican place?
No, it's not a Mexican place. But I don't like hyping stuff up too much because then people start going and messing my spot up. But we'll talk about it offline. But
all right.
But yeah. So yeah, Dan is Mr. Bangkok. Ed is Mr. Siem Reap. You know what I mean? I'm zoomed to Thailand. I know a little bit of everything, but they're the experts when it comes to their city. Dan was boots on the ground for the earthquake. He just took a bath in the tub in the pool like 5 minutes before the earthquake. He was there. So he's boots on the ground in Bangkok. That's another thing too, you guys. Super, super important. Let me give myself the solo cam for this. Super, super important. You guys, Dan is a specialist in Bangkok. If you want to know somebody's going to go out of their way to help you. Somebody's going to tell you all the good stuff and be there for you. Dan is the one, man. He does consultations for way cheaper than I do. So you guys should definitely talk to him. Dan Sparks. Dan's on IG. Gail always likes on all his pictures. You guys make sure if you want to get a real sense of Bangkok, Dan Sparks is the one to talk to. He knows more about Bangkok than I do. And Ed, Mr. Siem Reap, everybody wants to go to Cambodia at some point. I'm going to Cambodia at some point. So Ed is the person to talk to. It's not just Siem Reap either. He knows Phnom Penh. He knows all the spots. He's been there for 8 years. So these guys are 2 guys that you guys want to at least form a relationship with, a friendship with, possibly do consultations with, because they know what they're talking about. And I don't put my name or my brand behind anybody I don't trust or don't love. So these 2 guys are very trustworthy, ex-military, great guys, solid individuals. I would go in a foxhole with them any day. So just so you guys know. So let me get this super chat off. Fode says, for real, the real slept on countries in that region. I knew Fode was going to say that. Albania, North Macedonia, Serbia, Kosovo, Montenegro, and Bosnia. Hardly anyone's heard of them or gone. I've heard of them. I haven't went. Like Columbus discovered a new world. Now, Fode pushes this all the time. And I love Fode. But Fode, these are some cold-ass countries, man. Albania is like, well, let's be honest, Fode, since we're going to talk about it, because I'm a historical person and I love traveling. I've been in a lot of places. Albania is like, how do you say this the right way? Albania is not at the top of the list in European countries. That doesn't make it a bad place. But I'm saying, but it's like, that's not a place you would think of. Just like Armenia. People, you got to add Armenia in there too if you're going to say that. People don't think of Armenia, Albania, Kosovo, Bosnia. What's the other place before Russia got into it with them? Not Ukraine. No, it's a city in Ukraine. A friend of mine was there. What's the city in Ukraine?
Odessa.
Not Odessa. Which one?
Kyiv.
No, not Kyiv. You're talking about the man. Russia. Crimea? Is it Crimea? No, was it
Crimea?
It's one
Sochi,
of those countries.
Krasnodar.
What is it?
Krasnodar, Sochi.
Something like that's one of those countries. My friend lived at Belarus.
Yeah, Belarus. That's Minsk.
Okay, yeah. So Belarus, like he says, that's a great place. These places you just don't think of. So Fode, I love you. I got to do it at some point. I got to do a northern Eastern Europe because Fode swears by it. But you know what though, Dan and Ed, Fode swears about these places, but he always wants to come back to Thailand though. He wants to live in Thailand, so that tells you something. So shout out to Dan for the $10 holler. Appreciate you, brother, man. Vernon says BBLs don't count for Chiefs. We read that already. He is correct. Vernon came back with another $5 holler. Richie forgot Dan's super chat. I love Vernon. Tim Howard gave a $5 super sticker. Thank you, Tim Howard. What can I give Tim Howard for that $5 holler? Tim Howard likes he likes the DR. I got a DR girl in here. Where my DR girl at? This is for Tim Howard. Man, Tim Howard, you don't know how fine she is. Now, I got to be honest. I'm not sure if she's Dominican Republic or not, but she's so bad. And she has these other videos that she does that I can't even show on YouTube. She is, you know, Mr. CM Reap said he got his heart broken in Colombia. I look at her, I'll be like, she would just take my shit and just jump on it. My heart, I mean. You know, she'd be one of those kind. Mr. E 1976. Okay, here come the super chats. Appreciate you guys, y'all. $10 hollers. Here's for the tip, John. Enjoying the show very much. Thanks for everything, Richie Mack. Mr. E 1976, Dad. He's like you in terms of just always consistently supporting, like always there. Like literally, he'll put a $5 donation a day before the damn stream comes up. Just always just at the front and saying, "Here's to the tip jar." He does this all the time, man. So Mr. E 1976, that's why he has his own shout outs. Where's I think I got two for E 1976. Where's the other? Let me see. Where's the other for E 1976? There's the first one I did. E 1976. I'm gonna give you something else just because I don't want to keep everybody waiting. I'm gonna give you the elevator. And that was kind of a cheat, man. His super chat was covering up the cheeks. If y'all need to see that again, let me know. Because
Black man kryptonite.
yeah, she came in with some cheeks. Where's it at again? I got to give y'all that again. That ain't fair because his super chat was covering up the cheeks. All right, here we go. All right, what would y'all do in that situation? You with your girl.
I don't care.
I would have looked, man. I just, oh well. Oh well.
So,
that's your competition.
They'll be like, you got me.
You got me. I ain't gonna try to stay all shaking, trying to act like I mean, you work harder trying to act like you're not looking.
Hey, listen, if I was with Vanessa Williams, she would look. She'd be hitting me like, look at that. Look at
that. Right. She's like, let's bring her home.
She'd be like, damn. She'd be like, damn, man, you see them cakes?
Yeah. See, that's the biggest difference between a man and a woman. A woman, there's certain women that might say, let's bring her home. You will never find a man, well, besides Diddy, you'll never find a man that say, let's bring him home.
No.
You're going to find a woman say, let's bring, that's the difference. Like, people like don't understand, like, oh, it's the same. Men and women are the same. There's really no difference. No, there are ginormous differences in just the thought process alone. Shout out to Willie, your realtor. So he's going to Malaysia next. That's why he's pushing so hard. Willie, you send me super chats every week. Before you go to Malaysia, man, let me give you a consultation on Malaysia for free, bro. Just let me know. We just chop it up. I'll tell you where to go, what to stay, or we can text each other, whatever you want. But Willie's always every week. Hit me on the Cash App and on the thing. Willie works hard to earn his money, man. So I appreciate it. Willie be hitting them gears on him. So what can I give Willie real quick? I'm gonna give Willie Nilly. See if y'all can tell me where these cheeks come from. Dan, tell me where these cheeks come from. Anybody guess where them cheeks came from? Never mind. We're gonna move to number one. You guys have been waiting.
Brazil.
You guys have been waiting. That's a great guess. You guys have been waiting and debating for oh so long. I'm gonna give you guys the recap real quick so we know where we are for those that came in late. We did the best places, the smartest places for people to escape the matrix and go to based on internet, safety, cost of living, infrastructure, and healthcare. And I came up with 12. I had 20, but I narrowed it down to 12. It's actually 13 because Malaysia and Indonesia are two different places. So I have to tie. Malaysia has a tie for number 2. Number 1 is Nairobi, Kenya. With a healthcare, internet, safety, all that. I'm not gonna go through the details. I'm just gonna tell you guys the order. Number 11 was Cambodia, where Mr. Siem Reap lives. What? Number 10, what'd you say? You got something, Mr. Siem Reap? What'd you say?
Oh, I say yeah. Cambodia made the list. Good choice.
Wait a minute. Look who stepped in the room. The coach is in the room. I gotta drop a link for the coach. Coach, if you want to come up, because I don't know if you were there when Colombia got ranked, because between Dre and El Guapo, man, I don't think nobody does it better. I know I don't. I know y'all be saying my editing and all that stuff, but when it comes to like just Dre, you know what? Because Dre and Guap got two entirely different styles. Guap is the Escort wearing, he can hold his own in any room and really like speak to the hearts of men. You know what I mean? But Dre is like It's like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? Like Dre just puts shit in layman's terms where everybody understands it and breaks it all the way down. Also, Dre and I are the same age. WAP's a little younger, but you would think WAP's the big brother because he's so responsible. Wait a minute. Did I speak too soon? Is that the coach? Did the coach tap in? Let me see. Yes, he did. The coach tapped in, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't got to say nothing to him. I wouldn't say to his face, so I'm going to put it up right now. What up, coach?
Shout out to you, gentlemen. Glad to see that you guys are having a great evening, man. Great to see you guys.
Wearing a hat, a baseball hat. I ain't never seen it. Let me give some coach
Detroit. Come on, gotta represent the
D. You
heart, man.
Good, coach.
Feeling my heart. Shout out to all you guys, man. We just finished watching a couple of movies. We, every Saturday we watch movies. This Saturday we watch Shaft and we watch Jackie Chan, Rumble in the Bronx. So we got a chance to enjoy it. Last week we got a chance to watch Hollywood Shuffle with my man Richie Mack doing his little rap thing back in the day. Richie Mack doing his rap thing, trying to do his audition.
Don't forget the Killer Pimps. Don't forget the Killer Pimps, Dre.
Come on, we ain't forget the Killer Pimps. We ain't forget about those. We ain't forget about the Killer Pimp. Richie, you was right there in the front. Oh man, that was so much fun, man. So much fun. Yes, sir. So yeah. So okay. I want to see where Colombia ranks because I was just actually editing a video. I was going to tell you about this, but I'm gonna go ahead and sell it to you. I was actually editing a video of all of the Asian Colombianas that live in Colombia. See, a lot of people don't know that there is a growing population, even before I got here, of Asians that have relocated to Colombia from Brazil, from parts of Southeast Asia, parts from China. So now they've grown up. They're in their womanhood, 25, 26, 30 years old. And so now people are starting to notice how many Colombian women are of Asian descent as well. So here in Colombia, if you want to be, I'm just saying, you can get the best of both worlds in Colombia. You can get your Asian girl on at the same time. I'm talking about, think about a Colombiana with an Asian chick with a Colombian body. 100% Asian, but she built with the body of a Colombiana. Ooh. Come on now. Y'all playing too much. I'm doing a whole video on the Asian population of ladies here that are in Colombia.
That's what's up.
There's quite a few.
Make sure you watch the episode I did how Blasians became Asians. I talk about the Brazilian Japanese thing.
Oh yeah, that more Japanese speakers in Brazil than they have in Japan.
Yeah. I want you to check that out, Dre. You could use any of my footage if you want. You know what I mean?
Okay, deal.
But it's there. And you never have to ask, of course, for any of my footage.
Appreciate that, brother.
Hey Dre, this Dan in Bangkok, man. I got to talk to you offline because with the Latin diaspora, I met a Colombiana here in Bangkok. She's traveling the world, so I got to make a return trip to Colombia. So I've been there since 2023. So I got to link up with you to help me navigate that coming back to Bogota. I've never been to Bogota. I've only been to Medellin.
Be ready to bring your jacket and your coat right out the gate with Bogota.
They say it's cold out there. It's
a nice little chill. It's not cold, but it's that summertime chill. You know, Chicago chill. That Detroit chill. That it's just that spring.
Chicago chill.
Yeah,
it's Chicago chill out there.
Is the Hawk out?
Oh yeah, it's not the Hawk out. Let me not sell it like it's Chicago's. Let's say it's more.
But it's cold for that climate.
Yeah, it is. It really is. You're gonna need a jacket. You're gonna need to. Yeah, you're gonna definitely need a jacket to be in Bogota, especially at night. During the day, you probably be all right, but during the night, yeah, it definitely lets you know it's dropping down to 65, 60 in Bogota on a regular.
Wow. Oh shit. Hey, you guys, and another thing too, you guys, we got to support Andre with his book. People don't know what it's like to it's a serious discipline to actually sit down and write a book. You did two?
I wrote 3 of them. I got 3 books out.
Oh wow. Okay, how much is Anywhere Is Possible? Because I'm about to send my Cash App right now.
So Anywhere Is Possible is Anywhere possible is only $40. It's only 40. I think it's $49 on Amazon. And it tells you how to live in over 60% of the world for less than $2,500 to $3,000 a month. Most people don't even know that statistic exists. And I wrote the book around it. I wrote the book for Americans, Canadians, and I got the websites and all the connections for people from the UK. So if you live in the UK, this book is excellent for you. If you live in Canada or if you live in the United States, it shows you how to live in the upper middle class, not just in the broke area, but in 60% of the world, you can live in the upper middle class for $3,000 a month. And I walk you through the whole step of how to relocate and going to another country, how to overcome being a vacation you versus the relocation you. And I actually have it on, it's on Amazon KDP. So this is what this book is all about. Give you great countries to consider, from Morocco to Kenya to Thailand is one of those countries, Colombia, Spain.
Why you emphasize Thailand so hard, Dre? Why you hit that word so hard?
We're on a Thailand YouTube channel. So I'm emphasizing the fact that yes, you can, for under $3,000 a month, can live a really good life in Thailand and not assume, because a lot of Americans, Canadians, and UK, they assume that it's not affordable to live in the nicer areas. And I don't want to just emphasize the vacation areas, because a lot of people think with a vacation mindset, but I wrote the book and there's over 350 pages of actually a very, very detailed. In the last chapter, I dedicate to a checklist for you. I put down over 20, you know how 50 Cent had 21 questions? I actually wrote out 21 questions that you need to answer in order to start your journey of relocating to another country. So it's not just it's more like from the textbook perspective. You get all this information, and the last chapter is dedicated to. I got websites in here. I got links. I got everything that you need as if I was leaving. So anywhere is possible for you live in 60% of the world for less than between $2,500 to actually $3,000 a month in the upper middle class location. And then I wrote the 44 laws of travel. 44 laws of travel is how you need to behave yourself and carry yourself in other countries, whether it be you are first. We start right out the gate with the 44 laws, talking about the 7 C's that you need to bring with you: common sense, colognes, clothes, contacts, your connections as far as who you're going to be connected with, all your information, also copies of your information. Also, bring condoms, please, ladies. I'm not just talking to the men, ladies. If you're gonna be having sex in these other countries, your last thing you want to do is get pregnant or a disease in another country because you were expecting that dude in DR to have the condoms. Ladies, you bring the condoms too. And so I also I start off by letting you know about the 7 C's. I talk to you about how to protect your money in regards to your behavior in another country. So if you're going to be relocating or visiting another country, you should actually understand the behavior side of travel, which are the 44 laws of travel. And then the last book that I wrote is Stop Making Excuses. Whether you're going to take classes with Theo, whether you're going to meet us at the Black Manosphere Conclave, whether you're going to travel for the first time, stop putting it off. You're making excuses, and you don't have that much time in life to be making excuses. Some of us are in our 40s, our 50s, and our 60s, and yet we're still making these excuses of why we haven't traveled yet or why we haven't relocated yet. And so I put out the book, Stop Making Excuses, to let guys know, listen, enough is enough. Stop making excuses. Go ahead and go for it. The worst that can happen to me, and this is what I did when I first started traveling, Richie and gentlemen. I asked myself before I even left the United States on my first trip to any country, I said, what's the worst that could happen if I relocated to another country? What is the worst, Andre? Write it down. You know what my worst was? My worst was literally going back to the United States, make more money, and get out. That was my worst, other than health, because for any of us, health could be the worst. So we're taking health and put it to the side. And my worst was going back to the United States, blowing off my resume of 25 years of being an academic college recruiter, getting hired, make more money, and get the hell out again. If that's the worst that could happen to me, was making money, I was like, I'm gone. and I haven't had to go back to the States. But sometimes guys make excuses and don't realize that. Let's see what your worst is. So I give you a 21-day blueprint. I wrote this out in the form of boxing. So these are not chapters. I wrote these out in rounds. Round 1, round 15 rounds of boxing between you and your excuses. That's what this book is. 15 rounds of boxing between you and your excuses. And I show you how to win the fight instead of losing the fight between you and your excuses. So that's what that book is about.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Coach. And just so you know, real quick, let me get some solo cam action here, right quick. Just so you know, Coach, I put my super chat where my mouth is. There you
Shout
go,
out
Coach.
to you, brother.
$40 right there.
I'll have them, that.
Yes, I will need that. I will be expecting that. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, with the autograph sign. I'll be having quite a few copies at the Black Minutes for Conclave.
Absolutely, yeah. You following in the footsteps. I'm you know, it's funny. I'm not as deep as y'all, man. I keep it simple. You know, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but I'm gonna do like a Zoom to table, like coffee table book with like big pictures and big letters.
That's a good idea.
Easy for people like me, dumbasses. So yeah, so I'm hopefully I'll have that by the conclave as well. But yeah, man, shout out to you, Dre. I didn't know you wrote 3 books, man. Shout out to you.
Actually writing a 4th one, which are actually coupons and discounts for world travelers. A lot of guys don't realize that we often sit back and say, well, if I had this credit card and I would get all these discounts and deals, and that's great. But for those of us that don't have a bunch of credit cards, they don't realize there are a lot of discounts. A lot of guys don't even realize there's just Airbnb has a 40% discount if you have the code. In the new book, you'll have the code. So wherever you want to travel to, there's a 40% discount with Airbnb, between 20 to 40% discount. And there are a lot of places around the world that you're going to land in, and there's discount on food locations, travel as far as excursion locations, as far as museums, as far as the clubs, as far as restaurants. There are so many places, not just Groupons, but really solidified discounts out there. The guys who travel like we do don't even know that they exist. And so I sat back and I put together the latest book is going to be about over $5,000 worth of discounts that you can take advantage of around the world.
That's what's up. It's Theo in the building. Theo be creeping in at the end of the movie. You know what I mean? He comes in.
Yeah.
And then leaves. Shout out to Theo. He's in there. So Theo, since you came in late like Coach Andre, I did the top places to escape the matrix for smart people. When I say smart people, I'm not saying just traveling just to go get box. I'm saying, but you got to be smart. You got to have internet. You got to have safety. You got to have bang for your buck. You got to have cost for living, and you got to have great health care. So these were based on those 5 prerequisites. And Dre came in at the end. Dre missed his. So Dre, before I get into it, I haven't named number 1 yet.
Where do we rank? Where did Colombia rank?
I'm not telling you. I'm asking you. Where do you think Colombia ranked?
I would say in the. And what was the list of the numbers? 11.
Healthcare.
No. How lengthy is your list?
It's the top 12 nations.
I would say that we would rank number, in all honesty, maybe number 9 or number 8. Because there are so many other things, that you guys bring to the table in Southeast Asia, parts of Europe, parts of even Central America, like Panama or Costa Rica, bring to the table that Colombia and Brazil brings to the table that Colombia hasn't brought to the table quite yet. Even though we're excellent with medical tourism, cost of living is excellent. Colombia ranks number 32 when it comes to medical. United States ranks number 36. When it comes to safety, I would say that in certain areas of Colombia, like the hoods, it's not as safe. But most of Colombia, I would say at least 80% of Colombia is extremely safe for anybody. But that's not part of compared to other countries. I would say that our safety would cause us to drop down in the ranking to maybe number 8 or 9 compared to other locations around the world. That's
an excellent answer, Dre, and you're spot on for those reasons, I think. Let me break it down. When we get to Colombia, I'm gonna let you just cook a little bit, but I'm gonna give you where we are. Colombia did come in at number 8, not number 9, but number 8. The order is number 12, Nairobi, Kenya. Number 11, Cambodia. That's where Mr. CM Reap, right above you. Sorry, Drew, I didn't introduce you. That's Ed Travels, aka Mr. CM Reap, and Dan Sparks, one of my longest supporters. I think Dan rocks with you too, Dre. So,
shout out to you, gentlemen.
yes. So number 11 is Cambodia. Number 10 is Brazil. Number 9 is the Philippines. Number 8, yeah, Dre, get the book in, man. Put it in there. Yeah,
I'm putting the book right there. I'm putting it right where it belongs. Right there where it belongs. Yes, sir.
And Colombia is number 8. Healthcare, 7.8, quality care. Medical tourism is growing. Internet, 7.0, solid. 40 to 80 megabytes in urban areas. Safety, 6.5, improved significantly. Choose the right neighborhood. Wife helpmate, 9.0. Culturally strong family bonds. So that's where we got that ranking. But I'm going to tell you something you missed out. Ed Travels, aka Mr. CM Reap, made a. Do you remember what you said about Colombia? Because I want Dre to hear what you said. I'm gonna start it off so you know what I'm part of. What you said about Colombia, I'm talking about, because they hands down say Colombia has the most beautiful women. What did you say about Colombia being a hookup culture? Ed?
It is not. It wasn't in my experience. I mean, if you look at it in the vacuum, if you were talking about Medellin, where I was for a majority of the time, if you're looking at Provenza, El Poblado, the tourist area where the clubs were, Parque Lores, all of that, a lot of working girls, a lot of semi-pros, a lot of pros. But when I was in Laureles and I was in Sabaneta and I was my Airbnbs in Buenos Aires and all those other places, it's not a hookup culture. You're not gonna get with her that night. You're gonna have to meet mom, dad, abuelo, abuela. You know, you gotta put in a little time. You know, it gets kind of misconstrued when these brothers talking about I'm landing and I'm smashing and I'm doing this. It's a very family-oriented country. I absolutely love when I was in Buenos Aires on Sundays. Seemed to be like everybody's day off. And I saw these beautiful ladies walking with their grandmothers and their mothers, and they're having family cookout and dinners. And I fell in love with the culture, the music, the people, where I think sometimes YouTube does Colombia a disservice when it just sort of just, fixates on that portion of it. Yeah, we all love the cheeks. Because remember what me and Dan said about per capita, the finest women we've seen were in Colombia. But it is not a hookup culture. It is not. It's a lot deeper than that.
I couldn't have worded it any better. I've been saying that for the last 6 years. My wife has been saying that. My first thing, what attracted me to my wife? First thing, when she said, we ain't doing it we ain't doing it tonight. And I'm like, what? Somebody dareth tell me someone from another country has the audacity to tell me no, and all these women in the United States were telling me yes, come get it in the next few moments. And so that's what caused my attention. It really caught my attention and then I found out that was the norm. The average Colombiana, you're right, you are not getting it the first night. That is not happening. And God, I love what he said about the social media, such as YouTube and Instagram. They sell it as if you get off the plane, you run through a bunch of Colombianas, you head to Brazil and you do the same thing. You head to Argentina, you do the same thing. But the average South American woman every day going to work, going home, you are not smashing on the first night. They are very, very family oriented. You will meet the family immediately. Why?
I mean, I met more Pisces in Medellin, sitting outside the San Antonio tram station, drinking a coffee. Como estás? You speak. Next thing you know, you go up to the ice cream shop the next day. You might go get empanadas, go get something to eat. Now she wants to introduce you to grandma, auntie, if she does have a kid or whatever. I mean, that's how it is. And it was a great eye opener because I took myself out of El Poblado, not knocking it. I mean, there's a place for it. But out of El Poblado, Loret, I went to to the other places.
Legato, yeah, San Dias, yeah.
My man Jarius is absolutely in love with Cali. He's like, man, you got to come. He said you got a good support system of brothers down here.
Yes, sir.
But if anybody else says it who has a platform, I'll say it. Colombia is not not a hookup culture.
No,
it's about family. Got to get to know her, and it is imperative that you make an effort to understand the culture and speak the language.
True.
That is a game changer.
Facts.
Even with my Spanish, even with my trash,
I'm trying to get Dre to speak some Spanish.
Yeah, even with my trash Espanol, you still have to estudiar Espanol. You still have to just like right now or order, which is now. I'm still studying Espanol. You're gonna always continue. When you go to the gym, it's kind of funny when I'm at home. I'm kind of like all these 300-400 words that I know are jumbled. But soon as I'll go out in public and I'm not around Andrea, everything kicks in. It's like all of it kicks in. I never need my wife around. I never need anybody else around except for I need Andrea for like for medical or for professional terms or contracts. Then I need Andrea around. But for just everyday conversations with Colombianos and Colombianas, no, not at all. But you absolutely everything that he said, guys, and I mean this, you could cut and paste that. Everything. The first person I met was, other than Andrea, was her grandmother. Her grandmother. We went over grandma's house. Grandma made me fish, and it was good. Grandma about this tall, and I'm 6'3". I still got the photo because she's so short that she could wrap her arms around my waist, because that's basically where her head was, just a little bit over my waist, and so. She cooked for me, and then by the time I got over to mom and dad and her brother, grandma came over, and grandma was feeling under the weather a little bit that day, and she came over, and she said to them, to the mom, to Andrea's dad, and to Andrea's brother, I don't care what y'all say, I like him, he in the family. That night, her dad cooked for me. Now, wow! Mom, I didn't even talk. I haven't had mom's meal. Dad
Dre. Sorry to interrupt. Is this mom's mother or dad's mother?
This was mom's mother. Gotcha. And then when I went over, now mind you, when I went over to a dad's mom's house, met the whole family at the same time. First thing they asked me, Andre, what instrument you play? I said, I don't play an instrument. Well, we're gonna show you how to play an instrument. So. The doors, see, if I came in and I was shy, or if I was too cool and I was one of them laid back type of dudes that didn't want to blend into culture, that would have been a red flag. But since I have an open personality, that allowed me to be open on mom's side of the family, dad's side of the family. But here's the kicker. While they were interviewing me, I was interviewing them because I wanted to see if there were any wives in this family. It's one thing to be in a family full of females or males. Are there any husbands? Are there any wives? So on dad's side, all husbands and wives. I'm talking about 30 years, grandma to death do they part. The granddad on the father's side and the mother's side had already passed on, but they were with them from the early 20s, grandma all the way till granddad died. Go over to the other side, nothing but married folks. So I'm looking at, okay, so if I marry this woman, all she knows is husbands and wives. That's all she knows. All she knows is the good times in marriage and the bad times in marriage. Mm-hmm. So while they're vetting me, I put that in the 44 Laws of Power. I did a chapter called "It's All in the Family." It's all in the family. If you want to see if she's going to be the one for longevity, it's all the family will show you everything. You don't have to guess about her. You don't have to question. Look at the family dynamic. And just like these brothers said, the grandma, on both sides, the aunties, the cousins, everybody, do they own property? Are they working people? Both sides of the family I analyzed. And as they were analyzing me, saying, you're okay, I analyzed them. I said, you guys are okay too. And so that's why I gel so well with both sides of Andrea's family, because both sides represented what I was looking for. And I told her dad that. I said, I'm not looking for a wife. on the first night. But grandma's sitting right here. I'm sitting in front of dad. I said, I'm not looking for a wife. He kind of looked at me like, what's going on? And I said, I'm looking for a family. I'm down here in Colombia by myself. I said, I don't need to be around just one woman that comes from a negative family. I need a solidified family that represents me as well as you all want me to represent you. And I just so happen to be American. And so they took 100% represent, and I'm not saying they're perfect people, but what I'm saying is what I'm looking for as far as family dynamic being down here by myself, they represent 100%. And so if Andre's not around, they're around on my behalf as well. And that's what I was looking for.
Okay. Shout out to Dre. That was a beautiful thing. I got to give a shout out to my people. See how the blessings come back, Dre? I sent you money for your book. Dan Sparks just gifted me $10. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate
Shout out to
that.
Dan.
Byron Simpson, $20 holla. Appreciate that, Byron. Appreciate you so much. And Vernon Howell, my sponsor of today, just donated $200.
Shout out to Vernon.
He did, man. So, Vernon Howell, man. If Vernon think he's slick, we still got to talk, Vernon. We still got to talk. I know what you're doing, Vernon. You ain't gonna soften me up. I know what you're doing, Vernon. Me and Vernon got a deal that we got to deal with. But shout out to Vernon. Appreciate you so much. So Dre, let me get through this, man, because I know you done watched 2 movies, came in and did my thing. Let me get through these. So Colombia is number 8. So do you agree with what we have here is the healthcare?
100%.
Okay, cool. So Dre's with that. So number 7 was Indonesia. Healthcare. I'm not gonna go through. I just did that for yours. Number 6, Mexico. Number 5, Vietnam. Number 4, Romania. Number 3, what you think number 3 is, Dre?
I would say, if it were me, I would say the Philippines.
No, Philippines number 9. You get another chance. Philippines.
Oh, okay. Philippines was number 9. Okay, I would say
because their internet sucks. Internet sucks, and then infrastructure isn't the best.
Mine would either be Portugal or, because Portugal, hands down, internet good, cost of living is good, is very diverse culture wise. It is the number 1 tourist area and relocation area from people coming from Brazil because of the Portuguese. It is so many Africans that are there. They have the International Afrobeat celebration there. So, and Portugal is considered one of the safest countries in the world.
Dre, you messing up the order. It's not Portugal. You messing up the order, but you're right. But you messed up the order.
Okay. If it's not Portugal. Let me get one more. Let me if you want the truth, based off all my research over the last year, I would have put China.
Oh, guess what we have? Oh, they're talking about you picked some good movies to watch, Dre, by the way. No, number 3 is Thailand.
Thailand number 3?
Everybody thought it was going to be number 1 because it's my channel. Thailand is actually tied up there for different reasons. But the country that that's number 1 is going to surprise you, and I'm going to pick that up. Number 2, since you already gave it away, number 2 is Portugal. Healthcare, high, everything you said. Healthcare, 8.5, 8.5, high standard, public-private options, low cost for residents, internet, 8.2, safety, 8.5, wife potential, 7.9, and my overall score is 8.5. So we got to get to number 1, Dre. So we did all that to get to number 1. Now we're going to get to number 1. Do y'all have any idea or think y'all know what number 1 is? Dre, you want to take a shot at number 1?
I'll take one shot, and I would say, I wouldn't say Costa Rica. I wouldn't say Panama. Spain?
Dre says Spain, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see here. Let's find out who it is. Island Fish says that only leaves Japan for the obvious win.
That's a good.
I'm just saying what he said. I haven't given you guys the answer yet. He says, let me see. I can't read it now. Can somebody read that for me? Because I have my screen blocked and I'm about to pull it up. I'll do it.
Okay.
That only leaves Japan for the obvious win: food, safety, internet, healthcare, softness of women, blazing, longevity. But the number one place. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, do I have too many? I think I got too many what's the names up. Wait a minute. I don't want to do the but I gotta get out to Dre right quick. Oh, there it is. Number one is Spain.
There we go.
Island Fist. Dre was right. Dre hit it on Colombia. He hit it on Spain. Well, wait. Let me go back. Where's my Spain at? Hold on. Wait, I just hit the wrong button. What did I do with my Spain? Oh, there it is. Okay. No, shit. I hit the wrong fucking button.
You already had it on Spain.
Yeah, there it is. No, but I put Colombia up. Spain is the number one country all the way around the board. Spain, healthcare, 9.0, ranked 8th best globally accessible and largely free for residents. You catch that? Largely free for residents.
True.
Internet, 8.7, around 60 megabytes. Average broadband ranked 24th worldwide in speed. Safety, 8.8, consistently among the top 41 safest globally. Barcelona, number 11, and Madrid, number 21. So they got two different cities. Wife helpmate potential, 8.5. Strong family values, warm cultural traditions, plentiful social integration. Zoom score 8.9. Island Fist, do you disagree that Spain is number one?
Not including the beach life in Spain and Portugal. Plus,
I would have never.
Number one party lives. Can't party no more harder than Portugal. Portugal is known for its parties. And the other thing is you didn't talk about was with Spain is the train infrastructure that's connected to all the other countries. We took a train from Portugal to France. You could take a train from Paris to UK. Take it from us. So you can, like, for example, when we head back this year, we're going to be heading from Madrid. We got family there. We're going to be heading from Madrid to Rome, from Rome to visit family in the upper portion of Italy. And then we're going to be taking a train from Rome to Switzerland. So we're going to spend a couple of cities in Switzerland. Then we're going to head over to Germany. From Germany, take a train to Paris. From Paris, we might fly or we may take a train back down to Barcelona, from Barcelona back to Madrid. And that's the beauty of being in Europe. The train system, man, 2 hours you're in another country, an hour and a half you're in another country.
Your rail pass.
Yeah, you get so many stamps and you get your rail. Correct.
And all the train systems are connected, folks. So you buy this one your rail pass and it's transparent at every different system you fall into.
Yep.
And for us in Asia, for instance, you go to Google Flights and you go discover the cheapest city to fly into to Europe from the Far East is Milan, which is a great city, but it's a fantastic jumping off point to go to, because you just go to just hop on the trains and go anywhere. Hit Nice, hit Spain, and just do the big circular loop. And when you mentioned, a lot of guys was talking about Japan. Yeah, Japan, although a tad expensive, is the yen is extremely weak, but people get island fever. It's just one spot. Whereas exactly like Dre said, you have a whole EU that you can go to with no borders. And with us of our blue passport, we don't have to go through the problems getting the Schengen visa. You just show up.
There it is, y'all. Y'all heard what he said. Does anybody disagree with Spain? I'm seeing Korea in there. I'm seeing Earl Owen saying South Korea, Zeus saying South Korea, Vernon saying Japan. I don't argue with Vernon too much. South Korea is, statistically wise, I don't know how South Korea beat Spain. South Korea was in the top 20, but I don't know how it's going to beat Spain. Tim Howard said, whose list is this? No, this list, once again, is subjective. It's based on internet speed, safety, cost of living, infrastructure, and healthcare. So that's where it's based off of. Earl said, I'm just telling y'all.